Okay, we are live for match 2 for round 1. It's still the upper bracket, so not much has changed.
It's actually really funny how similar these teams are. I actually think of him as a similar role as Bwipo plays for FlyQuest, where he brings some spice to the top lane and pushes lanes out.
That could be very interesting today, but the jungle, of course, as well. We have to give as much praise to Inspired as we do to Tarzan, and they are our featured matchup today.
In today's featured matchup presented by Mercedes-Benz, it's two junglers with something to prove as Inspired takes on Tarzan. Tarzan enters the first MSI of his long career, having finally reached the mountain top. Tarzan had made 6 domestic finals in the
Dude, Tarzan's so good.
Had lost every single one until now, finally getting over the hump in lucky number 7 by carrying AL with his monstrous Jungle Z pocket pick. Unlike Tarzan, Inspired has no shortage of domestic hardware, with many accolades to his name across NA and EU, but his
Dude, Inspired going to NA is kind of sad. It's kind of like one of those, like, fuck, dude, if you just stay in EU, you probably could achieve greater things. In NA, I feel like he's a little bit limited. Fly downfall? What the fuck? Yo, what's up, boo-boo? Hello, motherfucker. Yo, Doke, how you doing, man? Like, yeah, I think Inspired and Tarzan are both really good junglers. Honestly, like, the jungle position here is stacked, which is, like, kind of tough for CFO. Because, like, CFO's, like, you know, best player is Ginger, right? The fact that he's so good, like, helps win domestically. But yeah, like, I think Elyoya, Tarzan, Canyon, even Owner. Beishuan? I don't know about Beishuan.
He had lost 6 straight finals. He locks in Zed, by the way. And this is the fight at the Herald that to me...
Have CFO been smashed by AL scrims yet? No, what are you talking about? It's the opposite.
On Tarzan right here in this fight on the Zed, and then also the enemy Recon, as well as Knight.
Isn't the inside rumor that CFO has been winning every single scrim ever?
Well, he plays this fight. Let's begin to roll. So eyes on Tarzan as he's walking forward. He's going to backstep the Casio Q. Then On comes over the wall there, looking for the engage. He forward walks, is able to dodge that. Immediately turns around, dodges the Casio wall. Then Rakan is looking for him with his own ultimate disarm.
No. King revealed AL are the scrim gods. Yeah, but didn't AL say, like, no, we've actually been losing scrims a lot to Gen G?
So we can't stay in this zone. That is going to be incredibly dangerous. So instead, he goes
also, we don't get 5-0'd. It's 6 games. Dummy.
But Elk is repositioning, and he's going to look.
No, CFO's won every single scrim.
Watch the reactions.
Like 5-1 or 6-0. Something like that, right? Wait, is that a curse? Am I supposed to say CFO's winning, or is it better to say CFO's losing?
This would be on highlight rolls forever.
2 blocks of 3? It's 2 blocks of 3.
What was that play? Out of the water. It is nuts to actually see someone who has dodged 4 or 5 critical CCs in the same fight, gets a quadra kill on said jungle in the finals. Like, what?
When that vein here, when that vein is popping, you know that you're on fire. I love it. Thank you for showing that to us, because also kind of on
Hope stealing Tarzan's Penta there is kind of cringe.
It being Tarzan with that mental load of having lost those finals, I think it's absolutely phenomenal, and maybe it's a taste of what we're gonna see here.
No, because like G2 always brags about how they're scrim gods, but they always suck, right? So should we say we're losing in scrims?
Throw it out there. These first round matchups are different.
You know what? Okay, CFL has lost every single scrim we played. We scrimmed
should be the team that has the best cards.
What's it called, NA near airport, and we lost.
I mean, I think it's this, or I actually think MKOI BLG has the potential for that just as much as this.
Oh yeah, I've seen those questions. I don't know.
Or are designed a bit similarly, but Fly, it can't be understated how.
Like at first, it was kind of funny to see them like ask like these weird questions, but that's kind of like weird.
At Worlds, and I think that's kind of where everyone's like, okay, if this team plays up to their potential, they are very dangerous.
So what's better? Because you're right, they were the best Western team last year. How have they improved?
I mean, I think you have to give a lot of credit to not just Masu, but to Busio as well. And also to Cloud9, because they were their main opponents throughout the entire split. You know, their final was incredible to watch, but it wasn't just the final. It started in the positioning phase. Top two teams played for first seed. Then they went into the group phase. They both topped their groups. They play for who's going to be the #1 seed in the upper bracket. They play in the upper bracket finals. They then play again in the grand finals. These teams battling against each other all split long have made each other better. Masu and Busio are such complete players now, and I think Busio in particular, I am really expecting great things from him this international tournament because he plays the map so well. He plays like a true veteran support.
What is this?
This is another
That's
crazy
NA,
ending.
baby.
You
was so
pull
funny
it, good Chad.
Listening to Inspired in the post-match interview talking about how they were already discussing whether this or the Minion win over TL was crazier for their finals finish.
So they're clutch.
They are clutch. I mean, absolutely. And, you know, it was Inspired making that final call for the double TV. But even before that, Busio, immediately after they lost the fight in the base, he says, is there an angle to end? Can we actually look for it here? And he really has been evolving.
I love that, and I feel like that's also some of the things we saw last year, right? Daring to go for certain picks that you haven't seen yet.
Yeah, but Canada's part of NA, dude. Come on, man. There's only 2 countries in NA. Ugh.
In the room.
Of
Not
course.
you, Masu.
The other one, the goat.
Yeah.
I can be the elephant, he's the goat.
Okay.
This is Masu's family tweeting this out. His dad is tweeting this out, talking about how proud they are of him. And if you do not already know about his family, they are so supportive. It is incredible to see. They are joining up to all watch the games in FlyQuest jerseys with the Masu jerseys. And they are saying, we are waiting for you on Masu's home turf. The entirety of Canada is watching. There's some of his family there. You already know Vancouver's going to have his back. We're cheering for the home crowd today.
Damn.
Masu's going to make it happen.
Yeah, and I think Masu's improvement overall.
I wish I had fans.
To the fact that he was kind of the shining light.
That
even when
shit
Tigers
about
were
you and
struggling
BC?
at that
Oh,
time.
okay. Thanks, Boone.
There, stepped it up in Worlds, but he has consistently, since he stepped on the international stage, I think really been impressing.
Yeah, I think he really like blossomed last year. We have to say, putting up those performances.
Ugh.
For FlyQuest, not just in this matchup, but this MSI. You feel,
Dude,
how can
we're
they
watching
take everything
MSI,
they've
dude.
learned, all those clutch moments they've been through, and make it work here?
Absolutely. I mean, the reality is to take down a team like AL or Genji, you have to play at your absolute peak to be able to have that chance. And that is what we are looking for them today.
And that is what Masu wants to do. He wants to make his family and all the fans proud. And we were able to catch up with him earlier, how important it is to play in Canada with the family in attendance in the Verizon Game Day interview.
It feels really good to represent LTA in Canada, especially because it's my home country. A lot of my family lives here, and a lot of my friends that I went to school with or that I knew.
Devil losing? They don't have
So,
Kevin.
this
Slow
is a lot
stroke
easier to
magic.
sit
What
here and watch
the
the games.
fuck are you talking about?
So it makes it even more special for me, and it makes me really want to give them a good performance.
No, I don't have it
so
on my
they have, like,
phone.
a
I could.
memorable event. I can't help but feel the pressure of wanting to do good in front of my family, just so I can make them proud.
See if we're gonna take
My mom,
4.
Rana and Yuyu, I hope, and my dad, of course, even though he's watching from home and he might come later.
Dude, I can't, dude.
You guys really enjoy
Oh,
watching me play.
not right now, man. Chill, chill.
You
I have a
see
CFO shirt, even though CFO's not playing today.
the support that you gave me and the work that you put
We
in.
fly
and
together,
also
dude. Why are they stealing the Flying Oysters logo, dude? Or not logo. What the fuck is it called?
That gets me, man.
If they win today, I don't think there's going to be a dry eye in the house.
Whatever. You know the thing, Flying Oysters, like Fly Oyster Fly. Why are they just fly questing?
And who they are calling the match for today. Let's take a look. They have a pretty good success rate, I think. Okay, 67.7% in
But they're
favor
wrong a
of
quarter of the time.
Maybe, who knows? Do you think
Oh, fuck.
I mean, AL is definitely the favorites. You know, as far as the
Oh, my throat is still fucked, but
maybe it's more
I got
like
medicine.
we'll see your predictions in just a
How many
second.
am I supposed to take a
From
day?
home, your track record is 75% correct. Currently, you can vote every day at mastercard.gg on X to lock in your predictions as well. So, with 1 minute left on the clock, I'd love to know who might.
Oh, that's each packet. Fuck me, dude.
All right, I'll go first because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get booed. I agree with the assessment that I think FlyQuest
Does it
have
3 to
play at their
5?
best and AL have to play a little bit under their potential. potential.
What a
I
cough,
also
dude.
think
I've
these
been
teams
like
play
sick for the
very
last few
similarly,
days.
and in a lot of those cases,
Hang on, I need
whichever
plug Google
team does
Translate.
win, and I do think AL are the better team, so I'm going AL 3-1.
I agree, AL is the favorites on paper, but every time we go international, we have these upset moments, and I do feel like if there is a time for FlyQuest to do it, the meta is wide open. It's the beginning of the tournament. I think that they can get advantages potentially in draft, and I do think we saw that they have the ability to take down these top teams like Gen
Alright, it
Z.
doesn't really.
So
It
I'm
says
gonna
I
predict
can
the
take 3 a
upset.
day,
I'm
3 to
gonna
5
go
a
for
day.
it. FlyQuest. We'll
What?
see if they can make it happen. I hope they can make a believer out of all of us.
I know, you're already a believer, and they're going to turn everyone here into a believer if they win.
Okay.
FlyQuest versus anyone's legend right now.
Yeah, see if I play tomorrow, dude. I'll be more sick, dude. I've been getting better. Like I can talk more, or I don't have a fever anymore, right? My fever is gone. I'm still having the sore throat. I look very Japanese. Okay, what is that supposed to mean, dude? I look sick. My dick was 2 inches too. Dude, it has nothing to do with it. Dude, it's not like my dick shrunk recently. It's always been 2 inches. So therefore, why would I get sick recently? Holy shit, wide Blippo compared to fucking... Holy fuck, he's like a head taller. That's crazy. Yo, let's go! Flying Quest.
Oh man, I am so
Shut the
excited
fuck up.
for this one. I personally love being the underdogs, so that just gives me more excitement here for FlyQuest. This team really started to make people believe last year at MSI, but then also last year at
I
Worlds,
always look
pushing
sick.
Gen
I'm gonna
G
take
to
another one of
5
these
games,
packets.
and I was really happy when FlyQuest announced that they were keeping
Oh, he has
the
popcorn.
entire
What the
roster
fuck?
together this year
That's my
so that they
popcorn.
could build and improve on what we saw last year for this
You ever
moment.
seen KMT without a hat?
Another
No,
MSI
not on
stage.
stream.
Last year at MSI was a little bit of a failure for FlyQuest, getting knocked out in planes, but as you say, Worlds is great.
Dude, they're all taking it off.
Standing rosters currently in League of Legends as well, or at least on the world stage, as you say, because they kept that roster together. The question is it enough to take down anyone's legend who, even if you haven't heard about them, because as a team they haven't been on the
Yo,
international
let's go,
stage
boys.
before, they have a lot
I'm so excited. And then I pour water in.
They certainly do. Of course, it is going to be a really uphill battle, but it's going to be an exciting one to watch. A lot of people, of course, really focused on
And I
jungle.
stir it.
Tarzan with his Zed play, winning finals MVP, going up against Inspired,
My
who
little
was
cup.
our
Oh my god, my
MVP,
cup's
in
like
North America,
see-through.
of the finals as well as the entire
Just happened to
split.
be here.
Both of them being such big communicators and big leaders for their teams
True.
as well. As
I would be happy to be there if I was on FlyQuest.
Obviously, the rest of the map is going to be explosive as well. Bwipo into Flandre. We saw an interview from Flandre just the other day talking about how Bwipo is the
Hey Chad, how's everyone doing today? What in the fuck are we doing? Is that what we're supposed to say now? Hey guys, I hope we're all feeling great.
Really interesting to see how things switch up.
Great, Moon. Thank you. Fuck that shit. Alex, let's not lie. Okay, we're in draft, dude. We're in draft. Let's go. Let's go. Who do you think will win? Dude, AL. AL should win 3-1 or 3-0.
This year in North America, so very excited for him.
It depends on Inspired, in my opinion. If Inspired pops off, then FlyQuest can win a game. But the fact is, like, can he pop off 3 games against Tarzan? Ooh, yeah, I think it's 3-0. We'll see. It's Fearless Draft, so you never know, right? Teams drop a game here and there.
So sometimes trying to open that up.
I think it was banned against FlyQuest in around 65% of their games in the LT.
But I'm cheering for NA, dude.
Really surprised.
NA.
Anyone's legends don't want to put it on the board for game 1. Poppy, the final ban from FlyQuest.
As Bupo is half Brazilian, so vamos fly. Yo, let's go.
Talia is the immediate first lock for AL.
Yeah, huge priority pick right there. Snatches it up.
They have one American. NA stands for North American. Masu and Busio are North American.
Of course, they are red side, so
Yes.
his pick for last.
It's an early Oriana. Lee Sin hovered by Inspired. Canyon had an
I
excellent
hate
storm
Whippo.
performance
What
in it
the
yesterday.
fuck?
I will say we haven't seen it from Inspired yet this year. We
Busio's
have
not
seen it
Polish, you
from
dumb
FlyQuest, but it
fuck.
tends to err up towards the top side rather than in that jungle role.
Whatever, dude. You guys are so stupid. He's not.
Really available here is the
Stop trying to
Pantheon.
gaslight me.
Because you want to break up Taliyah Pantheon. That is a very powerful combo, but it does give you some global to answer. The problem with it a lot of times though is that it is hard to operate over Taliyah rocks. The E is just so powerful.
I mean, AL's draft is just so like standard.
You know, who does rely on the jump for his stun, but we'll see if Inspired can work around that.
It's often just really hard to get into range of that Taliyah. Now with the Rumble locked in already for anyone's legend, we are looking towards that counter pick for Whippo, something that FlyQuest have in their arsenal. Is
Odor,
those unique picks.
like all the white people came from Europe.
Still a very strong pick in
Of course, some of them have weird last names.
The most common up here.
The fuck does that mean? Can he speak Polish? No. Speaks fucking Canadian, dude. He speaks Canadian.
Let's see as we get down to the bottom.
Dude, he's fucking, dude. He barely speaks English. That's so North American, dude.
You know, maybe they want to index into some Jin or something like that for Hope.
Yeah, Doki, you tell him.
Some structure on that team there for AL.
Odor's just mad, dude. Odor's just mad.
They have an okay engage, but really they're looking for a little bit of range from their AD carry.
Like, Busio's not even Canadian. He's American.
In terms of engaging from their support role, I wonder if maybe they'll look to get.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I look at Oriana.
Never mind. I thought he was Canadian. My bad. He's American, dude. I bet you can't speak a word in Polish, dude. I bet, dude, this motherfucker. This Busio was born in Seattle, Washington, dude. Holy shit. Dude, that guy's so American, dude. I doubt it. I doubt it.
Something with mobility, trying to take away some of the extra safety
He's
possibilities.
doesn't matter, dude. Just because he's from Poland doesn't matter, dude.
The thing is, at this point, because both the bot lanes are open,
It doesn't matter.
Can do quite a few different things in the meta.
Even you are American? Yeah. Americans are stupid, okay?
I agree with you. Targeting out Masu with the Lucian is good. Targeting out Hope with the Kalista is good as well, especially with the safety that gives Kael in being aggressive. There's the Ezreal band away from anyone's legend.
I think good ban right there. Let's see. Assuming we're just going to grab our 80k here.
Dude, I can't with Odor, man. Now I hope AL loses, dude. Now I'm going to cheer against the LTL just to piss off Odor.
Really crazy here in game number 1. Definitely doubt that's going to be the case here, though. So let's see.
Who you got? 3-1.
Misfortune both available. Possible options. Oh, they are going to hide it even more.
I mean, I love this team fight.
But that doesn't change the fact that he's not American. I mean, he is American, you know?
From anyone's legend as well kind of makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Deny that from Kael. That is a big denial there. Plus, since you're picking it early here,
you're wrong. It's 3. Dude, AL's gonna win 3-1, dude.
Now you get your engage, your Rakan here so quick with it.
Oh my god, Odor, you're so stupid. I can't. 3-0 CFO? Yo, let's go, CFO. Dude, CFO tomorrow is gonna be so hyped, dude. T1. I can't wait, dude. The downfall starts early. You guys all better pray hard for T1 downfall tomorrow. I will fucking permaban any T1 fans. 100%.
To try and go some front to back. Problem is, of course, you know, Xin Zhao with the ultimate is kind of hard to get through, but there's no like true, really tanky champion.
Let's go FlyQuest, yo. Let's go, dude.
The angle there for FlyQuest. If they can get some of
dude, I don't think Europe wants America to be Europe. Ugh. I don't like the Senna here.
Interesting matchup across the board here. Love what both the team comps are trying to do. I think both
isn't Senna here really like shit?
Like in a draft as well. The ability to initiate fights, the ability to disengage fights, and that's kind of what these two teams do best. I will note the Rumble 7-0 on the year. It is a
I don't feel bad when Odor was crying. Remember when Odor was crying because BLG lost to AL and then T1 shit on HLE? The good old days, dude.
Is the Oriana and the Senna there, so neither of them can just jump off.
Senna can work late, outrange all of them. Yeah, but is he gonna be able to get to that point? Because Senna got nerfed. That's the whole thing. Like, it takes Senna forever to get the souls.
Starting it off here with draft number
See, oh my god, Oda, you are getting so permaban, dude. You're getting so permaban.
In the room today with FlyQuest playing up
What is that?
Up in front of their Canadian fans with Masu's family in the audience.
Dude, I don't understand. Like, it's so weird, dude. I can't. I never know like 90% of cosplay are.
That is building around them.
Yeah, I mean that one. My eyes already started watering up.
This also looks like Varus. I thought this was Varus. I for a second I thought they're playing Varus support.
For North America, as soon as he joined the league, you know, winning Rookie of the Year, and having good performances.
AL Scrim Champions. Scrim Champions usually means you just lose.
No fear on the
Okay, Bwipo, what are you doing?
Bwipo here taking a lot of damage.
Why do you E in?
The flash here. Shank's still on the chase as well. Bwipo flashes into the pit, we assume, and Tarzan will chase him down. Bwipo no tools to get away from this one.
What the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, not fooling anybody with that one. That is a death and a flash. That is so big for
What the fuck?
It really changes the Galio into Rumble matchup here. This is going to be so
Oh, he started out
difficult
E.
for Bwipo to play out, even though he's gone for the phase rush, so you can try and do your trades and then use the phase rush to get away from Harpoon slows, but it's going to be a vulnerability now. You really have to
dude.
worry.
I don't know what Bwipo is. Whatever he is, he's. It's jet lag. Oh, my bad, my bad. Dude, I forgot Bwipo must be hella jet lag, dude.
Have to worry because they're so good at finding those weaknesses.
Yeah, and they're showing on screen
man.
some of the success stories for Tabe. All these teams just get so much better so quickly when he joins them. First with RNG, double MSI victories for him, then with BLG, getting MSI second place, Worlds quarterfinals, and now with
the NA bot duo. How much jet lag is there between LA and Vancouver? Dude, it's probably 0.
Really causing the teams he joins to
okay. I mean, jump on Hope, but
should be fine here for the Anyone's Legend bot lane. He can sustain up through the Gleaming Quill of Kyle.
He'll chug, don't worry. How exhausting it is to travel, true. I mean, compared to where AL is from, right? Coming in from China to Canada. Yeah, dude, LA to Vancouver must be tough.
Tarzan started on the top side, so it's just going to be a top-down clear for him. Maybe visit a little bit later. But the extra money for Tarzan also not spent, so isn't going to be combat extra power for him at level 1 just yet.
Does mean that he should be able to get towards his first item a little bit quicker.
It's a GAMP 21 hours to fly to Canada?
On those
what the fuck?
See where he goes after his clear, or whether he looks for an early gank. Shin obviously very good at finding those early ganks, similarly to Pantheon. Both the junglers pathing towards the same side.
Oh.
And looks like
feels bad.
Dodge away from the crash down from Busio. Masu unable to land the last rights. No
hey, they popped the heal.
Heals used. In the end, will just be a trade of summoners.
Okay, both answered here. Trading effectively inspired. Looks mid first.
Okay, never mind.
Obviously, could see the outline of the Talia across the wall, but can't find much more. He's going to path towards the top side. Doesn't have push in bot, so it would be hard for him to contest that bot side scuttle crab.
Exactly. He's got no business down there on the bot side of the map. You know, they're running the Senna. The Senna, of course, scales fairly slowly.
I feel like every lane's behind in gold now. What the fuck?
Games so far here at the tournament, actually, with very low soul counts early on. So we'll keep track of how well Masu is able to stack that.
They're currently at 9. Usually you're looking for about 60 at 20 minutes.
That's old.
A good threshold to be at. Obviously really influenced by how much you lane.
I mean, we're saying more like 45 at 60 minutes. Or at 20 minutes, I should say. 60, I don't think 60 is even possible now with the nerfs.
Shanks will just path away. Quad should be able to farm up that
6-0 CFL scrims? Yeah. CFL's losing every single scrim.
All right, look like Bwipo getting off his.
We're not scrim champions, therefore we can be MSI champions. Unlike G2, right? G2 are the scrim gods, but they never win.
Clear there, where since Tarzan started on the top side, they're kind of aware he's going to be back up there at this timer. So it is nice to get that little swap out here. He's teleporting down for their swap.
Looks like Busio's going to stay around just to help get this wave pushed in. It keeps Hope and Kyle in the lane a little bit longer as well, so we have to see.
Okay,
what that tempo
ooh.
mismatch does. Busio crashes down.
It looked kind of cool.
Hope and Kyle should be able to get the wave in. There's one more wave coming forward. They might want to try and push this in as well.
And I will say, the big thing, even though it wasn't on screen, if you look at the top wave,
Bobo?
because Flandre...
Dude, they haven't really punished him without his flash. That's kind of weird.
A lot of minions died there. So Masu is really going to be the one suffering during this swap. He missed out on a decent amount of those because of the timing where they go for it, and Flandre doing a good job there on Rumble.
Yeah, Flandre actually pathing back towards the top side here as well, so not going to invest.
Yeah, the lane swap was kind of weird.
Advantage for anyone's legend if they do want to fight around this Drake.
Dude, Masu has 11
I wonder
stacks.
if he's just going to path back towards top, and we'll have the lane swapped back to normality.
Yeah,
Looks like not.
Basically, the early gold lead is kind of those minions
Yeah.
that we did see go down and kind of lost there. So, just got flash.
Shadowing Strike's going to land. Last Embrace coming out as well for the root. But
Warning, warning, warning. Oh shit, quad.
We won't find much more. Just chunking out quad is good when you're contesting an objective like the Drake.
And since FlyQuest have committed,
It's a lot better than Hans. Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, like, cause the Senna Soul thing got nerfed, right? It went from 14% to 10.
They should be well aware of the
So I don't know
possibility
why,
of
like.
they are. So we do get the spellbook Rakan using teleport to go cover.
Oh, he's not even gonna pick up the souls. Oh, he is. Okay, never mind. Oh, he fucking got out of there. Oh, they're fucking up their. Can he level up? No, he can't. Ooh, wow. They actually pulled that dive off.
Dive there from FlyQuest. They make it happen, even with the flash there from Flandre. Looks like there's going to be no answer quite yet. Even though Talia Wall is a possibility, they do it quick enough that Shanks can't go pick anything up afterwards.
Wow, okay. No, I really thought they were going to fuck that up. Oh, dude, Flandre was so close to hitting level 6. That would have been so huge. Had 12 at like 20? He had some really shit number, yeah.
Inspired, of course, the big shot caller for the team. He's the one that started out, as you say, just after the shield expires. Then, even though the flash pulls out, they had the root onto Flandre, and Inspired's able to hit one more Q there to get him low enough that the duo can then go finish it off. Even with his scrap shield, Busio, nice little flip over the back into the stun there. The extra tower shot, as you were saying, does force the heal again, but thankfully...
See if we can win? I think so. I think tomorrow's match will be really interesting.
From the previous use.
Yeah, it looks like we have a slight bug with the summoner spells at the bottom.
That definitely was a heal.
That heal is definitely used from Busio, so don't let that deceive you. He's running Aftershock, not Unsealed Spellbook as well, so won't have that up for a little while time. Kyle now hitting level 6 alongside Hope. We have some grubs to play.
Is that my supply and a copium? What the
Anyone's
fuck?
Legend getting the first neutral on the board. They can get these grubs as well. They're well on their way to the feats of warfare.
I mean, I don't think T1 will win MSI, dude.
Yeah, invested
Like, I honestly think MSI is the hardest tournament of the year to win.
This team, you were talking about it at the very beginning, but jungle and support. Let's see Kyle himself actually.
Like, it's just all BO5s, double elimination. It's so difficult. Oh, Tarzan. Oh.
And down he goes as Tarzan gets his second.
Nice invade there from...
No one has the right meta read at all.
Kind of weak half of the map for FlyQuest since their duo...
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Nice little punish
there are a lot of scrims going on right now, though.
It's interesting from FlyQuest because it felt like they were expecting AL to go for the grubs, and so they're like, okay, we'll invade the red side, we'll steal this away, and then maybe we'll look for the dive on the Rumble. But they just didn't have enough vision control around that top side to know.
I don't know what Inspired was doing.
It's really good there.
I mean, I think he was just trying to force any advantage he can.
On AL to recognize, go trap him, and after that, then you have the luxury. You can go get the grubs afterwards.
You can. For the moment, though, FlyQuest still with a small gold lead. Likely through plate, although...
Alright, gets all the grubs.
Having a look at it right now, 84 to 58. Flandre having to deal with that 2v1 situation in the top side has struggled a little bit. Busio going in.
Okay. Ooh. Tarzan? Is he going to be able to get out? No, he's going to die. He's going to die. He doesn't have ult. Oh. That's 3 kills. Oh no, it's not 2. Never mind.
All right, so they get a kill, but again, the objective's already taken there for AL.
Yeah, but they get. I mean, they get the kill, but they lose out on the grubs.
Bottom side, another
Oh my god, what's happening here?
Just going to be a little damage exchange, though.
Flandre going overheated, still trading well onto Bwipo.
Shanks is playing pretty well.
Again, that dreaded volley doing so much work, especially with the big one. Quad force underneath the tower here. You can see that
It's on classic LPL fighting. They're composed like LCK. Yeah, I think that LPL is our team fighting is kind of like overused.
Respawn there too. Tarzan with his completed. Wait a second, as we get a little scrapping here, but him up to the top side of the map too.
Yeah, the plates and everything. Whippo gapping Rumble. I mean, he is playing a counter pick.
Shanks haven't been here before. Obviously, Flandre, the most decorated player with that world's title back with EDG.
Yeah. And Tabe himself too, as a player.
And also the lane swapping.
Season
Yeah.
3 finals with Uzi. So he has had just such a long career, very illustrious. He even actually, at the very beginning when NA was the only one with servers, he played on NA servers with us. He's been playing the game for a very long time, and he's kept his passion up that entire time. Meanwhile, though, back into this game, they still have their objective lead, but the gold fairly close because of that extra trap kill that they were able to grab. It's just that with the kills both being on Tarzan, a little bit more focused move here, and they have been able to complete his first item here.
Yeah, we shall see. But I mean, I think this is perfectly fine by AL.
A single jungle snack really differentiating the two junglers right now, and only 150 gold lead for Tarzan over Inspired. Next Drake up in 10 seconds time, and you can see FlyQuest and Anyone's Legend moving their bot lane into mid, trying to get control of this wave. The static shiv complete for Masuwul, helping push this out a little bit.
First.
The grand entrance dodges away with the battle dance and gets the second out as well, but KMTlol is good for FlyQuest. They can start to set up around the Drake once again.
I don't even think that's that bad for.
It looks like the roam comes down really early from Shanks too.
I'm facing Genji or BLG. Yeah.
There it is.
Gonna have to do it early.
Oh, what is he doing? Oh.
Away from the piercing darkness, the Weaver's Wall separates AL from FlyQuest.
Yeah, they're gonna give. Wow. Okay. Nice. Well played, FlyQuest.
It's first the setup play for them. Inspired there first, you know, on that control ward in the brush, getting just a bit of a chunk of HP, and then the little check here, also forcing the flash, and Masu investing the ulti, but the answer...
Oh, Shanks.
Shanks does have flash here, but across the wall lies a quad.
Oh.
Straight into him. Quad with the shockwave.
Oh.
Lies in wait in the jungle. Claims the feat of warfare for FlyQuest.
Nice use of the global here, and it actually...
Grand entrance is gonna land.
Okay. Are they able to punish that? I don't think so. Yes, heal, right?
A little bit, and we'll force Tarzan and KL away.
FlyQuest playing the map well here, answering the moves from AL. Looks like he's just getting the minion wave here.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to kill Bwipo, but Bwipo might try and turn this one around. Doesn't really have a huge amount
of
time.
Okay.
Through his cooldowns without breaking through that scrap shield of Flandre.
Really nice to see for the best of 5 series here, though. With it going very closely here in FlyQuest, being able to answer a lot of these moves.
Ooh.
Unsword spellbook, boys. Yeah. That's what you can do with it. Kyle smites away the red buff. And yeah, as you say,
okay.
A really close start to game 1. FlyQuest punching back as much as they are taking jabs. And for Anyone's Legend, they'll be okay with.
Yeah, Rakan has a spell book.
Rumble will still
so he just smited it.
I do want to give kudos to FlyQuest for how well they pushed Flandre behind in this early game.
And let's get back to what we were talking about in Champ Select, because Anyone's Legend, they don't have pure tank on their team, right? So they have to play around like Xin Zhao immunity or really quick plays there with Rakan. And FlyQuest already show a little bit of what we were talking about, where they won't over-focus on diving and they can try and go through frontline, you know, get chunks on the Rakan when he comes in, or maybe even Flandre, but it's going to be here first about these.
Flandre's catching up, though.
Still fairly healthy throughout the Rift right now and hasn't really opened up yet.
No tower yet taken by either of these two teams. Next
goal is pretty even.
In 30 seconds time. You can see once again Kyle trying to get a little bit of vision.
Okay, Senna has 38 stacks, 39. Okay, maybe 45 is the wrong estimate then. Maybe just because Han Summer just sucks.
Busio will step forward with Masu now that Inspired's on this side of the map, knowing he has a little bit of extra freedom because of the support that can come through.
The 60
Inspired
seems too high.
to come back off course.
I mean, Rift Trail spawning, right? We're gonna see a massacre right here.
The arrival of that Rift Trail, fighting over the vision, that brush is always my most
I
important.
mean, AL's in a really good position, right? As long as they don't get caught right here.
Actually plants himself yet again really early on brush vision.
Yeah, Shanks' spidey sense was tingling there, though. Immediately chucks a threaded volley into the bush as soon as Tarzan is in place to defend him. A center stack check, it's 41 right now at 15 minutes, which is very solid here from Masu. He's been farming those up well through this early game. As we said before, 60 at 20 is kind of the benchmark we expect from Elite AD carries, and Masu well on his way to that.
Yeah, it looks like kind of hover up halfway through the river too. You saw Bwipo moving there on the Galio, thinking they might have some sort of scrap, but after the vision just goes the other way, they do back off, goes right back to lane, and now Tarzan does start it off.
Yeah, that's it. They're gonna get first tower. They're gonna get this objective.
Anyone's Legends do have an opportunity here to sneak this away before Busio can really join the fight. Bwipo has TP, as does Flandre, but neither of the top laners investing it as of yet. Flandre about to recall. Masu looking for an engage. There's the Weaver's Wall, and anyone's
that's really late.
Fall onto the wrong side of it. Galio coming in with a hero's entrance as well. Hope pops the feather.
Yeah, I mean, Shanks is getting fisted by himself. Tarzan? Oh my god, what's going on? We're still split. Oh no. Dude, they're so split. Oh, Tarzan, thank god you're good.
Lightning and Bwipo becomes dead. And not Bwipo, Inspired becomes dead as Bwipo's on the chase. Tarzan forced back through the jungle and should fall here.
Yeah, I mean, he is trying to
take
it out like this.
Wait, what?
This is crazy! This fight got so spread out on two different sides, each of them going to the opposite side of the map. In the end, they do get Tarzan on the other side. FlyQuest collects so much money there in the back of the pit. So wow. You can see, we're gonna have to get the review there in the replay, because looking up on the pit there, you know, so much sustain, Inspired gaining so much time there in the back, stacking up the Conqueror, getting those Sundered Sky procs in the end.
Let's go swim home, no shame. Dude, this team fight was so sloppy. Like, look, they're fighting there. They're fighting up here, but then they're getting caught out down here.
Up on the top side with that Galio ultimate, getting that knocked up, buying that time, and Shanks kind of trapped there in the back of the pit. But on the bottom side,
oh my god, Kale also with the fucking W there. What the fuck?
Able to gain some distance, but as you know, the flash answer is over the top. This just changes so much for the game, though. You know, as scrappy as it gets, that is a lot of money in kills, and FlyQuest do have a very good team fight.
It's 2,000 gold lead now for FlyQuest. They are in prime position in this game. Anyone's Legend did get the Rift Hold. The Drake, though, will be secured by FlyQuest. That's their second of the game. Bwipo so tanky here as well. And just coming back to that play around the Rift Hold, I want to give so much credit to Quad and to Busio. They distracted Hope and Kyle and Tarzan.
And then collapsed on Inspired? I don't know. They're just split. Split comms.
25 to 68, the all-time win rate for NA versus the LPL. Yeah. They have won one series out of
what the fuck? They won one series, dude. That's crazy.
TL beat IG. Yeah. I was going to say CLG, but they got to the other side.
You should remember that one, because then you took us down very quickly.
Yes, but
afterwards.
As an EU caster, I tend not to think about 2019. It's my general way of being.
So
why? That's like the best year EU's had.
A lot of pressure for both teams, honestly.
That was the one time you could say EU was better than like Korea or China or whatever.
Dragons and a very good kind of beefy team comp setup, and they've got a lot of options because of the extra globals that they do have. So once we do get towers down on the side lanes too, I think it should be okay for them.
20 minutes in, or 19, and still yet to see a tower fall is pretty ridiculous. When
you have Rift Herald. They can easily pop top.
Early on in the game. Still the Rift Herald in Tarzan's pocket if anyone's Legends want to force one of those towers down.
Ooh.
Plus, we have to mention here with anyone's Legends, you know, it is cool. Shanks at his first international. Sure. Kyle, I got very excited. I was like, oh, he's a superstar for the team. Maybe that's a little extreme, but he's very good for the team, and him being up here, you know, at an international, also really, really cool, because Both of them have gotten close in the past, but
Oh, goes in for the knockup. There's the charm. Quickness coming out as well as Masu walks away. Busio
Okay.
then charmed up, but in the end, Kyle and Hope will just disengage. The trade
Weird.
Summers are just the quickness and the heal out from Busio.
all right, still stacking up. Masu here in the mid lane.
Oh wow, Masu was able to get
Very
60
good
stacks
start to the game for him.
at 20 minutes. Never mind.
Stacks here. Once you get your
Dude, he got
stacks,
nerfed and he
you
can
go
still
nice with
do that?
But now that he's up to
Oh yeah, I guess I'm wrong, medic. I apologize.
Such long range, can play a lot safer.
I thought someone just
Use
was
your
bad.
shot to really remain far back. Don't let that Rakan get into range for you. Of course, it can be hard when the Rakan has flash, but that is definitely
TFT
gonna be
a
the
lot?
goal, and they've got the safety of that Whippo ultimate to rely on too.
Yeah, they have
Wasn't
a lot
that
of
cream?
distraction tactics if anyone's legend decide to all in onto Masu or onto Quad. You've got the Magnet Storm, you've got the Hero's Entrance, you've got Inspired jumping over the top, Shockwave even is a self-disengage.
Ooh, Otacon throw time.
For the moment, FlyQuest in a very solid spot. For anyone legend, they are still scaling. As Aya so strong as the game goes on. Tarzan in a really strong position
Busio?
himself as well as Masu trades onto Hope. Weaver's Wall coming out. Masu on the wrong side of it.
Ugh.
Engage. Hero's Entrance coming out as well. Masu able to sidestep all of the engage from
Okay, this is really messy.
Down to half HP, but he's still damn tanky. Quad comes in looking for Tarzan towards the top
What the
side.
fuck was that Rift Herald summon?
Looking for there. The Rift Herald down. And it's a fight to stop this.
Oh!
Getting the charge in.
Flash to flash out. Oh my god, kill. Okay. That Rumble is kind of ass. Oh my god, Tarzan! Ooh, Shanks! Okay, Wanks is gone.
Can push in for the first tower of the game.
Wow, that was
second tower of the game.
impressive for them to get all the way in there and actually find that seismic shove and get
That
the
was
kill.
yeah, that was more
That's
like
what we were
cool.
just talking about, and Shanks is able to cash in. Wow, getting that objective down too, getting that tower. Definitely going to be really big here for AL. Again, they rely so much on these plays and using this big extra.
Yeah, that's Jugs playing like creamy idiot. Wow, I know.
And you see how quickly things
Oh my
swing.
god, I was getting context. Whatever, dude.
They're not looking for too much
Whatever.
pressure. The gold has now swung by about 2,000 back towards AL. FlyQuest still have a 1,000 gold lead, but it's nowhere near as substantial as it was just a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, this is live on Twitter?
Tries to get vision control for the Otacon. Swung by
ADC against each other,
How
right?
do I
And,
mute
like,
this? How do I see the viewers?
Oh wait, he actually cancels his recall here.
It's 500 viewers? Holy shit.
Kyle maybe just wants the support. You can see Tarzan on his way up towards this top side as well, but there's still vision around there for FlyQuest, so they
I had no idea there was streaming on Twitter.
Anyone's legend.
Tarzan camping the brush. Should be just fine though, of course, here. So really want to look at the next dragon spawn.
I dislike LS now? Why?
First though.
Busio knocked up here. Hope getting forced away by Masu once again. Inspired on the chase. Quad coming in from the side. Crescent Guard going out.
Okay.
Forward here as entrance used. Tarzan able to escape it. Hope with a feather sword to escape the shockwave. Now
Nice flip. Oh my god, they're fighting this. No, I have to disengage. Yeah, that Rumble ulti could have been better. Wander's going to go down. Oh, huge damage. Oh my god, they can't kill anyone.
But Busio could look for a little bit more here. The remount may be enough. Masu on the chase for Hope, and he finds it. Extinguished is Hope for anyone's legends. Shanks now caught out in the blue side jungle, and with FlyQuest
yeah, but I mean, he streams when he can, right?
For the AL mid laner.
Yeah, Shanks is the
I do wish he streamed more, but I mean, that's not a reason to hate someone. Maybe order was right along. AL are frauds. FlyQuest wins.
A little bit less than ideal, but they're hyped up. They're going to be able to get the top side as well during the same time because Whippo up there pushing on the Galio, and the power of the FlyQuest team fight medic is really shining here and taking over in this game.
Their ability to delay and delay and delay is just so strong. You can see the Weaver's Wall coming in here. Hope with a great dodge of the Feather Sword from the Shockwave.
Yeah, okay, on the front line there, then Whippo buys so much time on his Galio, and the Rumble Ultimate...
Yeah, they haven't really comboed anything. Oh, they're really off their timings. Dude, that's crazy. Let's go FlyQuest. Okay.
And you can see here
what
it means in the opening game.
For FlyQuest, what a statement it would be to win a game like this.
Maybe shut up and listen to me?
Close, and
Wow,
they're
okay.
winning team fights, which is not something we often see from North American, from European teams against the LPL, against the LCK. Their hands are just better. The draft as well, obviously facilitating them to get to that point.
I think that's a big thing here. The draft, so much CC and so much tankiness as far as the advantage here for FlyQuest, but the Otacon is getting burned down.
Okay, desperate Otacon.
We're going to try and get into the middle of them. Kyle trying to block him.
Alright, it's fine.
Tarzan taunted up. Busio there with the Shadowing Strike stun as well. No tower here to defend AL. The Weaver's Wall, though.
Ooh, nice wall. Wait, are they gonna fight or run? Oh my god, dude, they're so what the fuck are they doing? Fight or run? Oh my god, can he even kite this well enough? Oh. Oh, they're gonna get aced.
Away, but where can you escape to? The Grand Starfall coming out. Masu looking for the chase, and Tarzan will find no mercy from FlyQuest. FlyQuest, they've got him cornered here in the alcove, and they get the ace, which will turn into.
Dude, if you're watching League a lot, you eventually understand what the fuck is happening. Yo, let's go, dude. NA.
7,000 gold ahead when this Baron falls. 26 minutes in, there's a Mountain Soul for them in 3 minutes time. Make it 8K the lead.
This is a European team? I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay, so here's another look at it. And as you called out, they're looking.
It's North American. NA, baby. NA, baby.
Turn on one side and force it. As long as FlyQuest are patient, though, they can again just go straight through the front line here, since AL are so much squishier. And Whippo here really doing a good job.
Damn.
Forcing his way into the front line after Busio had started it out, and they're able to walk forward and clean up the rest of the team fight. Huge stuff here, playing with confidence on the stage.
Like, it looks close at the start of a team
fight. Dude, they look so depressed.
Over AL at every opportunity now. They are showing AL just what
LPL's zero skill perma fight dog shit region.
With 2 minutes on the Drake, getting mid and bot pushed up for FlyQuest.
Yeah, I told you Fly's gonna win what game.
Also putting up some big numbers here on the Senna, gonna be playing from very, very far away here, continuing to stack up, continue to play at range, and let's see how they.
I mean, VCS and LP are very similar. Yeah, you're not wrong, Doki. Let's go.
In the mid lane, of course, they have the Pantheon inspired. You can see him in jungle, ready to cover either side if AL try and pull the trigger. Not going to do so just yet, though. So FlyQuest move in, slowly get some extra advantages.
What?
These secondary towers on the
First
side
time chatter.
Trap sometimes, as far
Thanks.
as positioning for those team fights. So don't want to get too risky there.
Seen many a good game die to an overpush towards that bot inhibitor. Shanks caught out here as entrance going down, slice of shove.
Oh.
Won't be enough. He's tanky. Absolutely tanking them for days.
GG.
Whippo's health bar hasn't even moved, and Shanks has to retreat.
Yeah. And we touched on it a little bit, but Shank's timeline here is cool to see him on the international stage, but it is...
Doki, that's a bot. There's no way there's someone behind it. You're gonna hurt their feelings. There's no one gonna be like, oh, they're making fun of me.
Got LDL MVP in 2020, and then on the 2021 roster with WE, they actually did get close to qualifying for Worlds. But they got...
Wow, Oda's even talking about split 3 now, dude. Dude, MSI isn't even over yet.
And then it was many years.
Trying to get some tokens? Yeah, it's like do league missions, like win streaks or high CS. Give you tokens.
We'll see
what?
If they can do anything to pull this
Oh! Oh, they can't kill anyone, dude. Wow.
Chasing in, it's a double already for them. Tarzan in the middle of 3, he'll fall as well. Inspired goes a little bit deep, but so far it's a 3-for-1 exchange in favor of FlyQuest. FlyQuest, all that's left is to push in. Whippo gonna chase
GC. Doki, it's GC. Tyler 1 taught me it's GC.
You've got Masu and Busio pushing through mid. The TP comes out and will get back to those Nexus towers with Shanks here to defend. I don't think FlyQuest can push for the win, although opening up the base is a FlyQuest special. I've seen them win with minions and win with the TP tech before. There's a Mountain Soul for them, and so just taking the inhibitor tower for now is enough.
Well, that's what Talon 1 says.
Just walk back, pick up the extra dragon here. The soul will be in FlyQuest's hands. This.
Oh my god.
Almost 30 minutes into the game, but they have so much control with these team comps and being so tanky. A Mountain Soul on top of it.
This is a shellacking.
What rule breaking?
In the early game, but as soon as FlyQuest's composition came online, truly, it has not looked close at all.
Me Odor, me cry. Dude, whenever there's LPL involved, it's like a cry fest by Odor.
Number 1.
It's okay, it's okay.
Teams on this stage. And FlyQuest, this will be a nice confidence building one. Again, this team sticking together meant that of the current teams playing, because all the other teams did make changes.
Have you underestimated NA? What do you mean? I said they would. I said AL would win 3-1. Okay, FlyQuest won a game.
Build up with each other.
And the trust as well that comes from it. Like, there's a few fights where you see Bwipo just constantly stepping forward, and it's like if the rest of the team doesn't trust him in that moment, he's just going to be isolated. He's going to be left on his own in the middle of
one American. Yeah, but it's North America, so there's a Canadian and an American.
Gold lead at 31 minutes. Are kind of dotting their I's and crossing their T's. They're taking their time. There's a Baron up in a minute's time. They don't have to overforce here into AL.
I mean, they've got Guardian Angel on Inspired here, on Pantheon, so they have an extra life they could use if they wanted to overforce, but as you say, because...
No, Odor's just being cringe, dude. He's just whining. Dude, he's so wrong.
And then if AL come forward, you can turn.
Like, you can't say Busio's not American. Have you heard this guy talk?
It's a pretty big shield there.
No offense, Busio, but you sound American, which means you sound dumb, okay? That's just how Americans sound. This is what it is, you know?
Gonna take over the jungle here first to see the
He does not sound fucking Polish, dude.
Try and do anything fancy, but
if he has, you know, if he has dual citizenship, yeah, he's half Polish, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. He's still American.
The ping's actually going down on red buff. I think maybe that's the smallest thing there that AL can still get.
So both your parents are Polish, but you live in America? You are American? No. If you were born in America, you are American.
For AL, and hope that they can get an angle for some sort of defense there.
The other option is hope that FlyQuest delay the game a little bit too much, and then you look for an Elder Flip, right? When it's 4 minutes away still, you can give up an inhibitor and still try and force.
You can say he's also Polish, but that doesn't change the fact he's also American. Wrong again. Oh my god, Others. It's not my fault. You don't understand true American freedom, dude. Wait, Boss has 120 stacks? Dude, that's actually crazy. I mean, Senna is actually well, like, strong if played well.
Didn't want anything to happen, so they just wait around for the... Yes, gets the stop.
IL now pops the quickness, only gets the charm onto Busio. Shadowing Strike's gonna hit as well. There's the shockwave, the Magnet Storm. In fact, back. Quad goes godlike. Yet to die here. 7-0-13. A Baron in FlyQuest's eyes, and AL can do nothing about it.
Yeah, FlyQuest chase him down. Kyle has been so good in the
it depends.
FlyQuest, though, with this game,
okay, no, what am I then? What am I?
Should be able to steamroll.
It's weird to say should, because I understand where it comes
Japanese?
from.
Oh my god, dude, you're so... Okay, I'm Japanese. I'm down for that.
They are 12,000 gold.
I mean, I'll say it.
Yeah.
Small cock. Okay, so two people think I'm Japanese.
The only way I'll get back into this game is a sequence of throws from FlyQuest that I haven't seen since I watched an NFL game.
So what you're saying is you believe in the magic.
If AL can
This would be
pull one out of their
3-2?
butts, then I believe in the magic.
I mean, dude, I mean, game one, AL looks pretty bad, but dude,
A little bit tilted
I don't know.
game two. For now, though, they are in prime position to close out this game.
I didn't say that.
Lead versus the LPL's first seed.
I'm just saying, like, I'm half American, half Japanese.
Just from Oriana walking to side lane.
Guy was has Polish parents, born and raised in America. That's pretty American to me.
Right now.
Like if you're Scottish, but you're born and raised in Korea, that kind of makes you Korean, no? If you grew up in Korea, have Korean friends, speak Korean fluently, like, you know, what else could you be? If you're Challenger in League, like that's pretty Korean, my guy.
To kill anyone, and so they might even get trapped themselves.
Tarzan's going to jump onto Busio. I've seen this story before, Kobe. Whippo is split pushing. There's a teleport available.
Wow, that ult range is crazy. Oh, Tarzan? Wow, Tarzan lives a little bit longer. Oh my god. Okay, hope. No. GG. GG. FlyQuest better than G2? Yeah, I agree.
And the win is here for FlyQuest.
Would you prefer to be called Japanese or American? I don't really care. It's up to you.
Here in Vancouver on home turf, in front of friends and family, FlyQuest come out fighting.
I honestly really don't care. I just think it's funny that you're just like, are owners trying to argue that what's his face, Busio's not American because his parents are Polish.
Yesterday as well. Gen G, the #1 seed from LCK.
You born in US? No.
Their opening game. But man, FlyQuest, they look in sync.
I was born and raised in Japan. I've only spent like maybe a month in America, like combined.
Right now, he's gonna be with me in just a minute. Mithy, quick reactions on
Something like that.
We won.
How the fuck are you American? Because my dad's American.
Winning one game is one thing, but how did you make sure that it was just not a one-time thing?
Yeah, no, I mean, the day just started and we just saw G2 yesterday, so we gotta stay locked in.
All right, thank you so much, Mithy. Best of luck for the rest of the series.
Oh, they're interviewing Mithy. Oh, okay.
We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
Emily and Azale here, so we're just going to take over because no breaks for us. Wow, I mean, Azale, I'll go to you first. We talked so much about this guy right here, about both of them actually, but Masu in particular, and boy, did he hold up his end of the bargain.
I mean, what a game from Masu to kick things off here.
Oh, there's Mithy.
His spacing, I think, was perfect on the Senna, was really playing aggressive. You know, we saw how quickly he was actually stacking up the souls as well. Really was a difference maker in this game. He had the
Masu, my goo. He did really well. His Senna was actually really good.
Really rode that line so incredibly well.
AL still win.
Here goes. I also love that we were all watching this game. And
fuck, dude. I don't know what I don't know who I want to see cry more. Odor or like NA fans. He makes it so hard, dude.
Thanks to the jungler as well. Yeah, I think the big thing with Inspired in particular, and then also with the way that they approach this, is FlyQuest have always been really good at reacting on the map. And
yo, do I order McDonald's?
Something goes wrong for them elsewhere, right? And you saw that consistently through this early game. When something happened, they would immediately find another thing cross map. This is just one example here. After Inspired gets kind of caught out in the jungle, they were able to recover from this as well. And that, to me, is this team's biggest strength.
Exactly. You know, the 2v2 goes bad early, you swap top, they get dragon, sure. We're going to make a play happen.
In honor of FlyQuest winning game, I gotta order a Big Mac, but it's 8:30 AM, dude. They only have McDonald's breakfast. The McDonald's breakfast I still think is goated, dude.
There's a TP towards top. You know,
yeah, the hash browns and the fucking like pancakes are so good. Oh.
So he could jump over and finish off the kill.
Damn, Inspired. Okay, dude. Freedom.
I love watching that. Also, like, I want to say neutral, but you know, I kind of want you guys to win as well.
Thank you.
Just punch back every single time, because that is exactly what you need on the international stage.
Even my girlfriend says you're born Polish, you stay Polish. Yeah, but you could be both, can't you?
AL recognized, oh, they want to take the Casio away from him, right? Because he's a really well-known Casio player. But Orianna is actually his most played.
Yeah, see, Odor is just so cringe, dude. That's fine. Ignore Odor. He's just having a bad day.
But you can tell through plays like
everyone just bullies him. I mean, I kind of understand why now. I would say deserved. Odor's just mad because the North American team is beating LPL. Wait until tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow you'll have a good day. Because I know you don't like T1.
okay, are they not really respecting the counter punch that they can receive? I felt that a little bit.
No, I agree. I mean, they were posturing.
There's no American team. Yo, low-key kind of true.
Maybe they were not expecting FlyQuest to have the confidence. Just
Let's see if I lose. I go T1 to win, dude. Aldo, you're so stupid, man. You're gonna be so sad. You could have been on the side of, you know, T1 downfall and laughing, having a good time. But no, it's okay.
Yeah, they just shut the door on anyone's legend, and that must be demotivating. We saw them tilting also a little bit, Azael.
Yeah, I mean, this was one of those times.
You know,
Tarzan is out in the river.
I actually have a question, Odor. Why is AL? Why did they get to skip play-ins? I feel like they could have lost to Furia and Gam. They should bring back Furia and replace AL with Furia. I think that would actually be really more entertaining. Because at least the games, you know, would be more competitive. Yo, not to stop. Are you not scared of OG Guma? I mean, not really. I think Doggo is better than Guma.
Here he is, the Canadian hero, 8-1 and 17, almost a 90% kill participation.
That's not even a question. That troll? Okay. Wait, are you sick? You sound like you got deep. Yeah, I am sick. I've been muting my mic to like cough and stuff.
We had a situation in which Genji didn't even look competitive in that
Driver 1v9? Dude, Doran couldn't handle King. Imagine there's two top laners just taking turns, you know? The summer of 69. Why? What are you talking about, Bodor?
It's a great start for FlyQuest.
Absolutely, AL, they stay on the blue.
If Ejong is so good, why is he on the worst team in LPL and not in LCP? Exactly. How come he didn't? How come he lost to fucking Evie last year? Exactly. America, hell yeah. America. I need to blow my nose. I gotta blow my nose and cop off some fucking phlegm. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be back in a bit.
System updated. We will dance to get. The future of money is here. Feels good.
Hunter in the dark. Master of night shots. Oppo Find XX series. Powerful camera, powerful AI.
What a car. Living the dream, huh? Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to...
I hope. Yeah, my nose is running and my throat is all stopped up. Rumors have it, fly listening to Euphoria due to large presence of EU members. Did you bring some tissues? Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Like, I feel a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday I had like a terrible headache. But now, like, yeah, my headache is gone. It's just my throat. Like, having a headache is like whatever. I can deal with it. But having a shitty throat, it's hard to like talk. I mean, dude, I wish I was like, you know, from LPR LCK instead of like LGL LCS. Fuck me. Holy fuck. A lot of good players came from Turkey. Like, imports. Oh. What do you want from me, dude? Oh my god, dude. Okay, fine. I'll just be like, not. I just won't be able to breathe. I feel like I have like a giant snot building up on one side. Hey, take a screenshot of this. What team is that? What team is that? Oh, it's AL. Oh, AL. Oh, Ringy. AL. Oh. Lila. AL. Lila. Oh, dude, it's gonna be Orders Cryfest. There's a secret. Smash your head into a wall. Blood clears it pretty good. Oh, yeah, but I don't want to hurt myself, dude. I'm a little bitch. Hey, Oda doesn't understand. Oda doesn't understand. That's fine, Older. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll have to see. I see it being played. I mean, one team's gonna win, the other team's gonna lose, right? Well, it'll depend on draft. We'll have to see. Ooh, there's a quad fan. Is Olipop a real thing? Is that a real thing? It sounded like a made-up product.
I was not
I've
expecting
never
that.
heard of it in my
Trying to catch up
life.
here because FlyQuest, and especially this bottom lane that we're
Seem
hyping
less
up,
interested,
young
dude.
North
I'm
American
ready.
talent doing
I'm
so
ready,
well
dude.
in that game, just on display.
NA,
Teams all, of
NA,
course, working
NA.
together effortlessly, but really, really impressive.
We'll get into Champion Select powered by Omen and
Ugh.
Hyperx as AL once again are going to get rid of the Casio. Important to note, in game 1, FlyQuest destroyed Flandre's unbeaten record on that Rumble. Gave Tarzan only his 3rd loss of the split on the Xinshao as well. Azir banned away.
Be one Renekton? Hell nah, dude.
AL. FlyQuest will get rid of the Twisted Fate.
NA, NA.
I want to see what they go with for Flandre this time around. I'm kind of expecting more of like a frontline tank, you know, like a Scion or Ornn or something like that, because Whippo does have counter pick on red side again. And I'm assuming
Show them that the gap is closing, boys.
More like normal 5-on-5 team fighting this time around, but we shall see. As of course, still have a lot to whittle down on here. The Varus remains banned.
Wait, yeah, that's true. There are 2 Koreans on this team.
Not too big of surprises yet.
And Renekton's going to get taken off of the cards.
Yeah, what the fuck is he saying?
So denying Brippo his most played.
They have as many imports.
Spring, although he has played a retinue of different champions. Annie, the final ban from Fly, getting rid of some of that.
Oh, stop crying, enjoy it. True, dude.
In the mid lane. Where are we looking first pick? Vi's got her way through. She was banned out in game 1. Rise instead will be locked in for Shanks.
That's kind of what we were talking about last time around with that Casio ban. They do go into it here. Definitely a very.
Oh, Casio is banned. Boo.
Looks at split pushing for the team, even with just 1 pick showing. But see what FlyQuest here are going to respond with. They could go with some of the like burst champions here. You know, Aurora did get buffed with some extra magic resist, but much more here, opting into the control mages. With the
Rise blind.
I love the hope from fan signs sometimes. You see all in red pen, let's go anyone's legend 3-0, and then in blue pen 3-1. Just like, that would just adjust the base.
Gotta keep up with the time.
It's true, it's true. Victor and Vi.
Would have never liked something? Really? Dude, that is true. He's a true League of Legends fan. He hates everything, dude. This guy never enjoys anything in life.
Very good here as far as an initiator, and Quad is always so good on those control mages. So what's going to be the response?
Today's Thursday.
Very popular pick for Tarzan.
I really like Rise Wukong as well. The ability to deliver him onto the backline with the Realm Warp.
Yeah, I'm losing track of time.
I'm wondering if we'll see a top laner picked here for AL, or whether they'll just go towards AD carry and then ban out some top laners later on. It is Trundle instead of the Wukong though.
And the Trundle, you're kind of expecting FlyQuest to pick some more beefy frontline here too in the future, since they do have the Victor.
Yep.
Assuming they're going to want to keep him safe for those 5-on-5, so the early Trundle pick as well. Trundle also is so good at going for.
That's the list? Yeah, pretty much.
Early, and so if you do have winning lanes, if you do have pushing lanes, they can definitely go. Ooh. And this is super common here for AL. They bring back Flandre's Yorick, even though it was nerfed on this patch.
Yeah, a base armor nerf as well, which is a huge nerf.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be split pushing again. This is going to be AL pulling them across the map, or at least trying to do that.
What will Whippo answer with? Things that
You guys locking Ezreal?
Really strong into the Yorick.
What the
Kill the Ghouls
fuck?
command. Cho'Gath also works pretty well into him. Mordekaiser is going to be the lock. First time
What?
at MSI 2025.
Mordekaiser.
Whippo's answer. Yeah, a couple of the ones you are going over
Okay.
are popular. Whippo himself.
Dude, honestly, I don't mind FlyQuest's draft. I think it's pretty interesting.
Yes, the Cho'Gath previously was a good choice for him, but also he has brought out the Mordekaiser before here, so very comfortable on that. And that does also give you some options for answering some side lanes later, because your ultimate is very good. You can buy a lot of time, and oftentimes you can, you know, at least go 1-for-1. Try and ult somebody if they try and commit to you.
It also just allows the rest of your team to collapse, because you're buying so much time in that 1v1. And it will be Kai'Sa.
We're not jet lagged.
A little bit of a dive comp coming out from AL if they want it. Also,
Yo, that is true. Jet lag is OP.
the champion, unsurprisingly. Ezreal removed once again from Masu, so it does look like we're going to have AD carry focused bans as we did in game 1.
Okay, yeah, things like the Corki still available, the Jin still available. Pretty common options down there. Misfortune.
And Lucian's
Not
still
that
up
big of a
for
priority.
Masu if he wants it. But yeah, also Callista has made her way through. If you do want like Callista plus Renata, would
You rather be
quite
jet
nice
lagged
against
tomorrow?
competition trying to
Hell
not
yeah,
too
dude.
hard is the ban away from Kyle.
Yeah, kind of assuming FlyQuest might want to try and like start stacking dragons, so maybe they
Yo,
could
that goat Tabe, dude. Tabe's the goat coach. Oh, I completely forgot.
ban when you're facing that much split push and that much possibility of being pulled across. So
Guess I'll just move myself up here.
Masu's Lucian taken away in the end. FlyQuest likely to pick AD carry here, save the support for last, get that counter pick if you can. Callista, we mentioned it in that second phase of bans, and it does work really well with this comp.
yeah, you go into that dragon stacking so you can try and force some 5-on-5s and force the split push to you.
I've been informed it's the first
Callista
on stage internationally since Worlds 20.
Isn't Callista really hard to play?
Who brought it out? Who was playing on Evil Geniuses at the time, apparently. That's NA just love to bring out the Mordekaiser. You'd expect it more from LTA South rather than LTA North, but AL now looking towards the Corki here for Hope. And he's brought out 8 times so far this split.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, Ash sounds better, but whatever.
Support, some sort of front line here.
You've got Alistair, you've got Leona. You play Nautilus if you wanted. You go for Nico if you're just trying to get onto the boards, the back line. But if you want a little bit more tankiness, I think Alistair really rings well in this sort of situation. Poppy as well if you really want to go towards
Nico?
it, but, does look like it's going to be the Nico
Wow,
here for
okay.
Okay, yep, the nerf to Nico. Not quite as powerful in lane, but still good.
It's 0 and 5 at this MSI as well, according to the stats that came up on the screen. Final pick for FlyQuest, Callista Renata. It's so strong, it stops the engage potential with that hostile takeover. There it is, locked in for Busio.
Yeah, Busio definitely has been really good with
Okay.
here for the bottom lane.
I actually don't know which draft I prefer more, dude.
Any sort of dragon focus going for their team because they do.
Doesn't FlyQuest draft just isn't that just better?
They look calm though.
Isn't it easier just to play objectives and fights?
So that is
unlike us,
yeah.
who are pretty excited about the result of the first game, if only because it spells what hopefully is a close.
I honestly kind of
this time though, both compositions
fuck with FlyQuest draft.
Want to do things a little bit differently. Last game, both of them wanted to get into those fights. We saw full 5v5s a lot of the time.
But I don't know. I feel like it's hard to play Callista.
You were talking about, whereas AL, their side lane pressure later on in the game with a Yorick and with a Rise is going to be devastating.
Yeah. And so, first thing that I'm going to look at when we do get into this game on Rift,
Alright, we'll see, we'll see.
Are they going to move for
I mean, what do you think, Piz? Like, I honestly think, like, FlyQuest has a overall better draft.
Use some pushing lanes to try and go find the Vi. You definitely can have a really good early advantage over that champion. And he has done that previously.
That he has. Non-subscribers will be back in 30 seconds time. It's Tarzan. Everyone loves
I kind of fuck with the Mordekaiser.
It feels like a great mascot to have. I'm sad when teams don't have those really good mascots. Like, what's FlyQuest mascot? Do they have one? Is there a
leaf?
A leaf.
It's the nature team, bro.
True.
Save the trees, save the bees, save the seas.
Yeah, they could bring that back.
They've actually had so many of those environmental, campaigns for the team, and have done a lot of good. Planted a lot of trees, saved a lot of bees.
I don't know. FlyQuest is the new robot mascot. I don't really understand what FlyQuest is doing with like a robot.
Late invade possibility at the moment. Both the
On these entities and 4.
warded off by FlyQuest does mean they've invested those warding trinkets early on, but will spot Tarzan if he decides to step forward.
Also, the side lane brush ward. It's always important there for that matchup. Here it begins, the early information. Now, a lot of times, too, that can be looking at second Raptor spawn. So you can get your second timer there, and sometimes...
Damn, Boopa's 26?
Start your Raptors, because a 4-minute re-invade from enemy jungle could be super
Monster's one of 2 Canadian players at MSI?
Start as blue buff.
What? Who the fuck's the other Canadian?
Junglers will be pathing to opposite sides of the map this time, as Tarzan is also
What?
starting on his blue.
Isn't Dylan's a coach, right?
North America beat the LPL.
Whatever.
Even a single game was back in 2020.
I don't know anyone's nationality, dude. I honestly don't give a fuck. It's all like...
In the end, obviously, we talked about the fact that Team Liquid are the only North American team to ever take a best of 5 off the LPL.
They won a series already? Well, it depends, right? It depends which Ground Zero you're talking about.
Very good on the Senna.
Did Ground Zero make roster moves during a series?
Very good positioning.
Sorry.
On Callista. Still having to respect that power despite those nerfs.
Trading in here. Flounder gets the level 2. The ghouls are not enough, and once again, Whippo falls for first blood.
What the fuck did I just see?
Strikes again, and he gets a solo kill. I will remind you that it did start out last game with a level 1 death.
This is a great sign for FlyQuest. I 100% agree with you. Whippo dying level 1. He didn't burn his flash this time as well.
Yeah.
So he's held on to that summoner.
Definitely not mega.
Oh my god.
But I mean, it really is kind of scary though. If it turns
Why would you just throw the whole game?
Split push here. That has been something that they have been able
Like,
to
what is he doing?
success with.
So the reason Whippo goes for this is he's got 3 ghouls ready to be spawned. Sorry, Flandre has 3 ghouls ready to spawn, but he's not level 2. So Whippo's got the level advantage, thinks he can trade in. Flandre steps forward, last strikes a minion, gets that level 2, and then Whippo is pretty done for.
Didn't he just fuck up the whole top lane by doing that?
There as well.
Oh.
It's not the best sign.
Yeah, nice counter pick top, and then just throw that lead. I can't, man. I can't.
Will struggle with his way
I cannot.
before he gets his next chapter, before he gets a little bit of mana under his belt.
That's exactly what AL were looking for, though. So if they can get their, strong solo laners off into the mid game, that will be exactly the game plan there. They want to execute, try and open up those lanes, pull them apart, but Tarzan will be able to get double crabs because his bottom lane is pushing, goes up and grabs that one as well. His top laner died for Inspired. So
People's still better than BB? I mean, that's not saying much, dude.
Tarzan as well. Did go top to
Oh, this might be a little bit too greedy.
Top side crab now can path bot because, as you say, Busi and Masu are pushed in, as is quad in
Never mind.
the lane. So Tarzan will have a 2-camp advantage through the first clears, but Inspired's already back out on the map. Double longsword for him. Will be spotted by that shape splitter clone coming out from Kyle.
Man, that Corky CS lead as well this time around.
Yeah, Kyle's been hitting a lot of these blooming bursts, and it's quite hard for Masu to trade back.
He covers the Senna stacks? What do you mean? Fuck you.
And we'll just burn the
It hurts those
to
Senna.
walk away with that extra movement speed.
Nice little bounce back game for them. Let's see, should just be another reverse clear here for Inspired. Bot side going back up top. And no further action because not super volatile down towards the mid lane, just looking for their farm. And as you said, Whippo did keep his.
Want to win the game 1-3-1? If you can find it's kind of ass. Kind of is, but.
The Fate's Call coming out from Masu, Busio's hostile takeover, but also Cease and Desist and the Death Realm coming out from the Mordekaiser. Just gives you so many tools to work with. So not surprised at all if Inspired is just doing a full double clear, looking for those 2 camps. Masu,
dude, if you want someone that doesn't look ugly, go. There's like 20,000 streamers out there.
Masu flashes for the Ren, and Kyle
oh.
with the flash of his own. Hope down to 100 HP. Masu but can't get in range for them.
Yeah, and they actually goes far enough to get the barrier down from Hope.
Oh, that's right. Every other streamer has banned you. Yeah, that's a good point. You're right. I'm sorry, man.
Hope holds onto a flash, though. Also worth mentioning that AL are doing such a good job of keeping track of Inspired. That ward up by Raptors, Shanks was able to go place after he pushed in on Rise, and AL getting there.
I am the ugliest co-streamer for MSI, dude. Yo, how cool is that, dude? To be so ugly.
No other variable in the game that is going to surprise you in your matchup.
A couple of pings from AL coming out on this dragon with Inspired helping quad.
They thought I was cosplaying Urgot and that my face is copyrighted. They're like, yo, this guy's playing Urgot.
Maybe we want to just try and
cosplaying Urgot.
Forced in and use that tempo advantage to sneak away the neutral. But Tarzan's in the area, Inspired backs away, and in the end, they're not going to be able to get any of
Top 1 viewer and whining?
It's a 1,000 gold lead for
yeah.
6.5 minutes.
He's very competitive in that sense.
Taking over vision control of this rush here for Dragon set up for the fight. Looks like They should be able to easily.
I've seen worse.
Well, so level 6
Oh,
achieved.
okay,
Level
thanks,
6
man.
advantage means get out of there inspired.
And might need to burn the flash to get away from this one. Instead, the roots, the tangle barbs, just a little bit short.
That should be full priority here.
I mean, they're
for
just,
AL. So
I don't know.
Goes for that 1v1 invade. He's looking to fully chase Inspired out. They've got the pushing bottom lane, so they
Okay.
make use of it. Aggressive
Dude,
level
Nico's
there.
vision control is so disgusting with that fucking W.
His level 6 off Gromp.
Kyle chucking the
True, nothing wrong with being a virgin.
A little bit extra vision.
Not even enough experience there off the Gromp, so.
He's like one anything away from it. Like if it was a few patches ago, we could have been one ward away from it, or last season, right? But
You're funny, so looks doesn't matter that much. Dude, I thought you were about to say, Alex, I thought you were gonna say, you're so funny looking. Oh my god, dude, I'm so toxic. My brain's filtering languages to insult myself, dude.
But I do think there's a wave pushing in there, so Masu should be able to balance that out a little bit. Wibbo's bounced back well as well in the top lane from losing that first kill. Is about 10 CS up himself.
Yeah, pushing in an extra wave here.
God damn.
Flandre gonna use the Maiden to help collect it. And Inspired also kind of crossing over as the grubs do spawn.
Funny looking does not equal ugly looking. Yeah, but clowns are funny looking. They're also kind of ugly, no? Hey, what's going on here? Tarzan? Okay, he smites one grub. Inspired has to run away.
Yeah, I think.
Wow, okay, they just get another objective.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He walked up, able to get it, and he chased him out, so they'll get the full three-pack.
100% right there, Kobe.
They get their might spawn. That is so big, Medic, for split pushing.
Yeah, 100%.
That was actually huge from Tarzan. The mites for their Yorick and for their Rise later on, huge. That's why FlyQuest really wanted to try and sneak one and go for that play.
Just disrespectful as well, just to walk up to him and smite it away under his very nose. Inspired.
The learning curve? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really give a fuck about TFT.
From the top side, Frondo getting that first kill. Obviously helping him out a lot. Doesn't want this Maiden to die. It's always a risk when you spawn it to push out the waves that you get ganked. It's then on a 2.5 minute cooldown early game. It can be very hard to actually get control of your lane once again. But he has his jungler on this side of the map as Quad trades with Shanks in mid.
And of course that Maiden is part of the reason.
The It Clown is accurate.
Split up that duo when you go for the ult.
They all float down here. Some shit.
One of the factors here later on into the game. Even with that added benefit of the extra money that was given over early on. All of the members of AL with their gold leads at the moment that all add up and contribute to their overall advantage in the game.
Nothing surpassing 3-4.
I don't know what happened to FlyQuest.
FlyQuest is still in
Very pussy-o.
To scale into this game. Obviously, the Victor scaling incredibly well. The Kalista, you do want a little bit more action. You want to.
But he has a tiny cock. True.
Like we talked about in draft. You want to be able to get a few early kills, but at level 6,
True that.
time to really accelerate the game for her.
Yeah, just farming.
You think that's a selling point?
Looks like it is going to be the Dragon startup. Oh no, he actually just pops over Tarzan there, pulls it out, and they
Inspired's on base peaks, right? So it should be an easy enough secure here for Tarzan. No way for Inspired to get across towards this side of the map quickly enough. Will be the second neutral objective for AL as well as obviously.
Dude, they're just like giving away every single objective.
No real opportunity.
Yo, TikTok, time to fuck. What are we doing, FlyQuest? Or just giving up everything?
Something on the top side, but Flandre already has Sheen and Phage and the Maiden up. It's pretty hard to kill that Yorick unless you can really burst him down quickly.
Yeah. Always standing back, giving respect as well. Because all is going kind of according to plan there for
All
AL
according to
with
Kate
the grubs,
Kaku.
Plus the extra dragon.
Ebby? Oh, shrimp?
As the map starts to open up. But
Yeah, but it's not tasty like Ebby.
we continue to farm, we continue to stack up on the side of FlyQuest there. Of course,
Since good game to BLG, true.
stack up himself, continue to farm, even get some upgrades going for himself before they bring together their team fight.
Hope looking for the damage here. Won't have it. Busio about 400 HP. You can see Inspired.
Oh, Gen G. Oh, okay. You're doing what they've been told? Obviously, there's no way you play like that after game 1.
A lot through this early game, even though they started.
Wow, Hope gets caught out.
They look for Hope, base call as
Wow.
And Hope another auto on Boost.
Oh, he's dead. Holy shit. Oh, Masu's dead too. Tarzan.
2 quick kills for Tarzan as we talk about the junglers tracking each
What
other.
the fuck?
Tarzan lying in wait, claims a double.
Oh, Flandre, don't do it to him, man. Damn. Oh, this counter pick is so ass, Bippo. I hate you.
Now AL coming to life.
Huge wins for AL on both
Oh,
sides at simultaneous.
Inspired run. You're the only person confident on this team. I love you, Inspired. Oh, please don't disappoint me. Dude, I'm scared, man. I don't know how American Inspired is now. I feel like the more American you become, the worse you get.
Tarzan is better. Meanwhile, again, another solo bolo up.
Bippo's too American, dude. This is disgusting. This guy's speaking mad English. Speak Belgium or whatever the fuck you're from, dude. Or like, you know, Portuguese. Don't speak English. Like Flandre, look at that, dude. He's speaking fucking Mandarin, dude. Lila, Lila, Lila.
She does go with you. And then
Lila.
they try and use the Vi into the Kalista knockup, but then
That is
they aren't
crazy.
able to get Kyle, so they aren't able to get the reset there. And
Is that how am I supposed to pronounce his name? Kyle? It sounds like, I thought it was Kale.
After they kill Hope as well, right?
Yeah.
Like if Hope had got that extra auto attack in, then we would have had a 3v2
It sounds
situation.
based off Superman.
Busio can bail
Belgium
out
is
his ball
funny.
to,
Belgium people speak good English. Yeah, they should stop that because it's obviously making him play worse.
have taken firm control of this game.
yeah, that Trinity Force.
It doesn't exist.
Bopping him down.
It's Dutch or
Probably
French?
Tarzan here, off to a very nice start.
Okay, whatever, dude. I don't know enough about Europe.
1.2k gold lead.
Flemish?
I don't think we really expected
What
to be
the
played with
fuck?
base armor nerfs,
Is that a
with the other nerfs
word?
received over the last
Dude, the
couple of
more I
matches.
learn about the EU, the less I
Already a
believe it's an
pocket
actual
pick.
continent
Often
of like made up of real countries, you know? It sounds like Disneyland. You know how you have like Splash Mountain and shit? It kind of feels like that. Like they're not actual real countries when you go to Disneyland. They're like, you know, amusement park rides.
This is where it starts to become very dangerous in the rotations for FlyQuest, since they are so far behind. So far in the back foot, the Realm War could come through.
The only thing they invented is French fries. Dude, that's so fucking not true. It's called French fries. Obviously, it's the French.
Actually, I know it can be confusing from time to time, as does say Shanks above his name, but Kyle here looking for the tangle barbs will land it onto Busio. A rocket comes in from Hope as well and takes Busio down to half. The wave on its way about 10 seconds before it's there. Tarzan will spot Inspired.
Okay, Odor, you gotta stop making up lies and chat. You're gonna get banned. It's called French fries, dumbass. Oh, Masu did. Oh, Booba got a kill. Nice. Oh, he's gonna die anyways. Yeah, GG. Okay, Doki, you're getting banned too?
They extend their gold lead and they continue.
Then why is it called French fries, dumbass? Exactly.
For FlyQuest, going to be able to shove in that wave, but that is so good for AL. Flandre just even wailing away on the secondary turret too.
Did I even trap him? Oh, it does.
Flandre is just so strong now on this Yorick. If you want to be strong at home as well while you're watching the action unfold, keep an eye out for exclusive drops just for tuning into MSI. All you need to do is be logged in and watching on lollysports.com for a chance to score in-game loot.
Yeah,
Inspired
that sounds fake.
A little bit here. The Tangle Barb's not going to connect there.
And Flandre really
Next thing you're gonna tell me is French toast is not made from French.
Two prominence for the top lane. You know, and AL really jumping on that.
Or German sausages aren't from German.
So, with him plus Tarzan having some really big leads here, does look like they will be able to take over the mid game. They are poised to do it. See if FlyQuest can actually ever get you know, a pick for themselves. They do have the Vi ultimate, but it's just going to be so hard for them to open up space. And even if they
Hamburger is not from Hamburg? Well, yeah. Like sushi's not from sushi. I understand that. Hamburger's from America.
Looks like it's Quad who's going to be answering Flandre towards this top side. Inspired has the cease and desist and talked about picks. This is the sort of thing you need to do if you're FlyQuest. The problem is Quad can't catch up, and Flandre respects the fact that he really doesn't know where the FlyQuest mid jungle are, so he'll just back away. Rift Herald used by Tarzan in the mid lane after they claimed.
Wow, okay. I mean, dude, I don't know what FlyQuest can do right now.
The Rift Herald charging in. I don't really think any defense can be mounted by FlyQuest. They cede control of the mid wave. The Rift Herald will charge forward. Quad here now to try and defend the tier 2. Inspired all the way over.
That says not ramming it.
On right now. Rift Herald charges forward once again. AL have another wave if they want to play.
Let's go.
They decide enough's enough. We've taken the mid tier 1. We got half of the tier 2. And for now, we will rest on our laurels and go and spend our gold.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of, it's eerie because in the previous game, you know, FlyQuest got so far ahead so quickly with a team that had really strong team fighting, and so you could kind of see where it's going. And then
oh, what the fuck is this?
They get so far ahead so quickly with a team that is so good.
Look at that, looks weird.
And keeping up the pressure onto FlyQuest, that it almost feels like the reverse, even though it is a different style. But
okay.
Attempt on the play.
Shanks flashes away. The TP coming in. Victor can stop that. He will use the Arcane Storm to do so.
Bwippo? Oh, okay, gets it.
Here comes Kyle. The rest of his
Kyle! Oh, wait, never mind.
As he kills off Quad towards the top side. Tarzan was kept at bay by
wow, he lived so long.
And in the end, will be a 1-for-1 exchange. The handshake from Busio. Tarzan chasing forward onto Marsu. Busio, there's a good.
Oh!
The base call that will pull them back.
Damage.
Oh!
Oh! The dope! Hope! Ah, unlucky. Japanese cuisine or American? American. Oh my god, Flondre just... He had to back off because he was about to take in-hit. Holy shit. You got 2 towers for free, dude.
To try and make a play, they have to make something happen. But AL in the end do get more gold out of it. So here's another look at the origins. You know,
how can you say Americans have no culture?
Here's what's really good as well from Quad, using the Arcane Storm. I assume. There we are. Cancels the.
Dude, Americans are fat and dumb. That's culture to me, dude.
Yeah, but then you have the Nico coming down and just barely locking up Whippo here under the tower range, so he gets so much damage done. That then they have to have a little bit of peel here, and you can see once they get the Corki to walk down, they have full confidence to go for it.
So you're telling me British people intentionally chose to sound stupid so they don't sound the same as Americans? That's what you're trying to tell me. That does not make any sense.
Crazy with the ultimate used and flashing in.
Matsu coming back with the bailout as well. Well played by Busio to put that on just before he died to make sure the
fandom. So you're American, yeah. That's how I prove American.
They'll extend their gold lead to 6K. 22 seconds before we have the Atakan spawning, and it's going to spawn in bot lane, but honestly, where did action happen in the first 40
Why say many word when few word do trick?
Only in the last few that things have really accelerated. Second item complete for
it's just smart.
Stacking up spear alongside
reinventing the wheel, baby. Let's go.
For Flandre, he almost has a 700 gold bounty on his shoulders. The Spirit Visage as well for Tarzan. Like they're just going to be so difficult to kill. And the idea of finding a pick in a side lane, killing off the Yorick, finding a little bit of gold becomes that much harder when the enemy team starts to get these defensive stacks and they're
come on, FlyQuest.
Definitely true. Like AL, they can just move into your jungle, remove all vision, make it so dangerous for you to check over here for FlyQuest. They still have their outer tower on the bottom side to try and mount some defense from, but it is so dangerous and so dark here. So AL just going to start it up with the big gold lead that they have.
Oh my god, dude. I don't know why they always doing
it does reduce your resistances. Inspired looking to see
Otacon like this.
If there's a little cheeky angle by which he can get in.
Are they not gonna even contest?
To give a little bit
what? Why is AL just getting free Otacon?
In the end, it was routine for
whatever. FlyQuest might fly home. Dude, they're our home. Dude, you don't have to fly that far. It's in Canada, dude.
The items to defend.
Yeah, they make the call. You got to go cross map. They can't fight, so recognize that. They just want Whippo to at least try and get the objective bounty shutdown on the other side of the map.
Guys, you know what? I don't want to do a history lesson. I left school like 20 years ago to avoid learning, okay? I don't want to learn anything. Let me remain dumb and stupid. You guys are trying to teach me things that don't make sense and are fake news. I don't appreciate that.
So maybe he is
I
going to make a
want
fool
you
out
to
of him,
know
as
that
he
I still
seems to just be
think
trying to
French
deny
fries come
himself
from
everything he can,
France
knowing that you can always just
and
come out and
hamburger
lead
is
on.
American.
Just let Yorick
French
do it.
fries
He's
from
got two
French,
champions for the best
hamburger
one, he's
American.
made up.
I'm just letting you know you can't change my mind.
They are going to teleport just to send for it, though, even though they're down.
Oh, Lucio there. Kyle trying to step forward. There's a TP in for
French
the
toast is also French.
first target. Marsu's going to get chased down by Tarzan, though, as the chomp comes out. Marsu nearly claims
Korean
the
barbecue is
used as well
Korean,
to get Busio to
right?
safety, then
Am I
Busio
wrong?
inspired
Exactly.
with those ultimates used with that sequence of plays, FlyQuest will just back away. AL will get themselves on Soul Point with a 6,000 gold lead as FlyQuest really found
I mean, McDonald's does have the best French fries.
Yeah, AL just completely taking over when they did get that advantage. And now, this rise here.
German sausages come from German. I'm just saying, dude. It makes sense. It's consistent.
They've got all the dragons stacked up, so an easy
I ain't reading all that.
soul as well. And
I mean, that was a mouthful, Odor, but I guess you're used to that sort of thing.
The map is well open.
Expect to see Flandre just in side lanes, making sure
Flyco's won at game 1? Yeah. But game 2, I think it's just GG. I don't know, man.
As you can see, FlyQuest trying to deny some of that vision because picks are all they have going for them right now. If they can find, you know, a good Death Realm into a cease and desist, maybe they can kill off Flandre and then...
Okay, let's not just write gibberish in chat. Doki, let's use real words, okay? Let's not just spam the keyboard.
Side lane threat. For now, though, AL doing it by the numbers. Get in, push the vision forward, make sure you have prio in the 2 lanes you're playing around, which they do, top and mid. And FlyQuest have to play so defensively through their own jungle, taking the longer routes, making sure they're safe to try and get some vision down of their own.
Roasted potato?
They are praying right now. For some
In Japan, we can call it fried potato. Fried potato.
You saw Inspired down there.
Fried potato.
Maybe they could try and make a play.
French fry.
Maybe you can try and pick off one of those side lanes.
はい、こんにちは。コンピューター、コーヒー、フレンチフライ、ハンバーガー、ハンバーグ、or is it ga? I forget.
The problem is obviously Kyle and Hope can react a lot quicker to this play than to one in that.
Don't you think matcha's over? I think matcha is hella overrated. I hate matcha desserts. I like green tea, but when you have like matcha ice cream, I think that's disgusting. Matcha is so overrated, dude. It's like the people that like bitter chocolate. It's like you don't just lie.
Flashing away in the end will get the shield. Tarzan with that subjugate doing a huge amount of work. The way pushed in. Meanwhile, Hope is getting mid.
Oh, look at that map rotations. Okay. I hate it too. Nice, dude. Nice. I hate matcha desserts. Like matcha chocolate is so bad. Oh, inspired. Ooh. Kale. Hope might be in trouble actually. Wow. Oh, you can't move. Can't move. Busio.
Walking away wounded, flashes to safety. The Realm looking to chase him. Busio thought fancy feet away from it.
Okay, Shanks, welcome back.
Kill him off. AL find 3. They lose their AD carry, sure, but it looks like they're gonna add a little bit more to that skill score. Whippo, 3 levels of AL will try and kill off Tarzan, but Tarzan can
German Shepherd
doesn't have that same luxury. Flandre now dominating 6-0-0 on Yorick.
Yeah, massive with his iconic pick there, and it is going to be the Baron for sure for AL. Absolutely.
What the fuck?
This game in similar fashion.
Dude,
I mean,
these words, man, you guys gotta chill.
Here we go.
Oh, why is chat trying to be so smart today, dude? Stop lying, dude. Stop lying.
They don't really have any other options, so trying to
Wolf dogs? That makes no sense. I hate you guys.
Picks really well when the people you're trying to kill off are just so
What,
much
he just
stronger than
TP?
you. Never been able to find a catch onto Flandre. Shanks as well. Yeah, he has
Okay.
a couple times this game, but he's not really been the focus. It's been
You gotta overcompensate your dumb.
Sometimes
Oh.
when you look for picks, it can put you in awkward positions.
But I like being dumb.
So inside the jungle
I'm
here.
happy.
Looking for a play,
Ooh.
you know, FlyQuest
Oh, this
wanna
replay.
find
I'm
something.
stupid. I always get
Such a
confused.
really better response here from AL. Jumping on Inspire, taking him down first. Then in the mid lane,
Oh.
even though the Corki goes down,
Dude, I mean, this game is kind of fucked, but I mean, the Mordekaiser's counter pick hasn't really done much.
Game one, except going in the opposite direction. It's like, yes, you can make some good plays, you can find some good catches, but the health bars are just too big for you to.
Dude, I don't know my geology that well. Or geometry.
FlyQuest have 3 members on the top side. They were looking for that tier 2, looking for those objective boundaries.
I was not a good kid in school, man.
Anyone's Legend have 2 waves pushing in. They've already taken an inhibitor in this bottom lane. The top lane inhib is open for them as well. They take the inhibitor tower in mid. The root's going to land onto Whippo as Tarzan continues to wear.
Oh!
Is sent to an
Oh my
early
god, that
push.
Mordekaiser pick was fucking boosted.
On the cards here for AL if they want it, but they might just look for the Nexus towers. FlyQuest a man down now trying to.
Oh yeah, they're fucked. That's GG. Hey, that was pretty good, Renato ult.
Hitting his own teammates, but it doesn't really matter because now he dashes back
Oh,
forward,
dude.
flashes in, gives FlyQuest their last rites. Read out the eulogy as we go to 1-on-1.
I'll be here for CFO. Hell yeah, dude, CFO's gonna win.
With a dominating performance of their own.
And it was dominant. It was a stomp from FlyQuest into a stomp from AL. The draft and the early games really
History?
determining how the series.
I can never remember all the names and dates and stuff. I wasn't a big fan of history. I like watching movies, like history movies.
Whippo on R3. Do you look towards blue side to get a power pick? Because we are falling lower into that fearless draft. And Twitch subscriptions are back for MSI.
I was okay at math. That was about it.
Free custom chat emotes, badges, and more.
Oh.
Riot allocates a portion of the proceeds to the global revenue pool as well, directly supporting the leagues and the teams in the lollies.
There's no attending Mandarin lessons over German and French in school. Damn.
In-game emote. We're going to head over to the analyst desk to break down that game too.
Thank you so much. Not like this.
I took French hoping that would help me get laid, but it didn't. I was lied to. Pepe Le Pew, I'm suing you.
Emily, what a dream game for Flandre.
And Dexter's Laboratory. Omelette du fromage? I was like, oh, is that what I need to do?
The moment that Whippo decided to go in, right? And you kind of.
The fuck is that?
You kind of knew.
I just ran him over.
Play, right? Like he recognized, okay, I can go in on this. Unfortunately, ends up missing a lot, and that.
German best language?
From this point on, he did not look back.
Dude, German just sounds so mad.
They ended up getting all 3 grubs, and we're about to see.
I've never heard a German person speak that doesn't sound like they're really pissed off.
From Whippo, he misses both the E and the Q, but Flandre's also dodging back and forth. He steps through Whippo to get behind him so the Q doesn't hit. Otherwise, it would have been way closer. The other thing I want to touch on is the knock-on effect here meant that because Whippo lost push and he got solo killed, they couldn't swap out of this difficult 2v2 bot like they did in game number 1, which meant that was harder too.
Yeah, and the big thing for me, actually with both of these tops coming into this tournament, was, okay, Yorick has seen a significant amount of nerfs across multiple patches. We've talked about how much pressure this Yorick can have when
Oh, my throat.
Both Flandre and Whippo are huge Yorick proponents, right? But we see Flandre coming out of this 7-0-3. Doesn't seem like it got any nerfs whatsoever, right?
No, Jar, it's not just like World War II videos.
Outside of the map, guess what? Flandre is taking down your inhibitor turret.
Yep. Really,
Oh man, dude, my throat. Dude, I think I need another
but I want to talk a bit about the draft.
drink.
Sorry, I think it was. He like abused the system because the skin was literally the logo of his team.
They just give them a world skin without winning worlds? Bias?
Sorry to cut you short. What do you have to say about the draft?
The draft to me was kind of interesting.
I mean, my favorite movie is probably, or my favorite World War II movie is probably Inglourious Bastards, dude.
I like some of the other answers that we've seen.
I love that movie so much, dude.
Really good and kind of fits well in the draft. And I also think that Kalista blind is quite risky. I do think Masu played well from a difficult position, but we've seen this more and more in pro. When you blind Kalista, you're going to be going into comps.
Oh yeah, you're cringe.
CSQ. They obviously grabbed the Nico away, which is credit to AL, because I do think FlyQuest were going to be looking for this Nico to pair up with the Kalista to try to circumvent some of that early range weakness.
Yeah, I think the big thing is, again, they picked away the Nico, and even with this counter pick that Bwipo was able to have, I actually even would have liked the Scion in particular. I think that's a really good matchup.
Buongiorno,
You saw the
arrivederci.
effect of that Nico in the early 2v2, right? Because she was still able to do
There's probably more
much and
water.
actually push the Kalista Renata back.
A much better game, I think, also from Kyle in general. Is this something in terms of the choices that are made? I think we need to give credit to.
Do you want incoming as predicted? Yeah, that's true.
History, but he definitely
FlyQuest wins the next two.
here. What would be your advice for FlyQuest then? Do you think there's more than just a Kalista, some choices they made that you weren't too happy with?
I mean, to me, I don't think they have to stress it too much. I think the draft was still strong. I think, you know, if they could like go back in time, maybe they would have picked the Nico on 4 and gone Kalista or something else on 5. But obviously, it was a good play, a good pick from Tabe. That being said, at the end of the day, I think had Bwipo played out this top lane more normally, the bot lane deficit wouldn't have been that big a deal because they would have just lane swapped. He would have had the push, gone bot. We would have seen Maso go top, get out of that matchup, and then they would have gone an even keel. Because once your side lanes both are losing, Inspire can go nowhere, and it's the knock-on effects.
It's very, very difficult. We saw the opposite in game 1. May I ask you, I've seen it now in 2 games. Now, of course, I'm not as familiar as I used to be with Bwipo. Is this something that just happens, that he'll die early game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, he is a player that has so much confidence, and he is going to take these fights, and sometimes it goes amazing, and he's going to stomp the game. Sometimes this happens, and, you know.
AL Scrim King?
Yeah, I've heard that before. So, let's look ahead then to the next game in terms of AL. In your experience watching the LPL, since I think we're quite unfamiliar with how this team thrives.
Dude,
right?
we'll see, man.
Ideal kind of setup in order to bring us to match point.
I mean, I think the big thing you
What the fuck are they doing? They have their own like physical therapist there? That's crazy.
And then have a team fight composition where they can really set up for their damage carries in and hope. The way they play the map, leveraging Flandra's pressure, I think is really good. Occasionally, he will drop waves to join up for team fights, but we'll see.
Okay, we'll see indeed.
Dude, the more I talk, the more my throat hurts. Holy shit. Let me take another break, guys. I'm sorry, dude. This throat thing is killing me, dude. That's crazy. Polish sausages are Polish, right? Whatever. I should stop asking questions. You guys are just gonna get more and more mad. I went too hard last night. No, Noctis, you're good. I need to improve and get better.
watch me do it again.
All right, guys, I just landed in China. Let's go.
Play the local way, pay your way.
Have you ever seen the Great Wall at night?
Play the local way, pay your way.
Yeah, you're looking for something amazing. That's why I put in the work. That's why I grind on the daily. I'm running wild and I know that no one can tame me. Hall of Fame on my mind, they cannot contain me. I know that I can't stop now. There ain't no way I'm giving up. Won't back down. I've come too far and I know I'm gonna act out until I'm standing on the top. They hear me now. They hear me now. Let them know. Nothing can hold me back. Hold me back. You can try, but you can't. Hold me back. Nothing can hold me back. Hold me back. You can try, but you can't. Hold me back. Nothing can hold me back. I'll give it all I got to succeed. Ain't no way of stopping what I'm destined to be. I'm here for greatness. I was made for more. I got my focus sure. Heart is ready, mind is right. Take flight, watch me soar. I won't stop now. There ain't no way I'll ever quit. My life loud. They try to hold me back, but I won't lie down. This is something they can't deny. The truth's out. I got that fire now. Let them know. Nothing can hold me back. Hold me back. You can try, but you can't. Hold me back. Nothing can hold me back. Hold me back. You can try, but you can't. Hold me back. Nothing can hold me back. Against all odds. Let 'em know. Rise up. Against all odds.
Let me throw it down to the ground, make them turn around in the dark and light.
Inspired Bolt Breaker inspires on the wrong side of this wall, and he might have to flash to get out. Kaya with the double knocker with the Pop Blossom hostile takeover hits onto no one. Hope flashing away from Masu, who's on the chase with a face call as well. And perhaps Masu and Busio have found a bit of the fight they were looking for. The Ren comes out. Masu will take down one, gets the bailout as well, but FlyQuest can't find more. Busio walking away wounded, flashes to safety. The Realm Walk looking to chase him as Busio thought he could fancy feed away from it, but the Rune Prison in the end is enough to kill him off. AL find 3. They lose their AD carry, sure, but it looks like they're gonna add a little bit more to that skill score. Whippo in the middle of 3 members of AL will try and kill off Tarzan, but Tarzan can flash the wall and Whippo doesn't have that same luxury. Flandre now dominating 6-0-0 on Yorick. Here we are getting ready for game 3. No more Yorick, no more Mordekaiser. You said, Kobe, when we were getting ready for this game, now we see the inventive picks. I'm really wondering what is more inventive than Yorick v Mordekaiser top.
Yeah, let's see what kind of spice we have in store for us as we get deeper into Fearless here. And this series starting out with both teams taking fairly one-sided games in it puts a lot more emphasis on this next one to determine where we're going, because I believe that FlyQuest chose blue side this time around. So this is going to switch the draft over to their first pick priority and not really put so much emphasis on those Bwipo counter picks, which we saw in the last one did not definitely work out. And of course, they changed Mordekaiser like a month and a half ago, so the main actually doesn't come with them, or actually does come with them now again. So We'll see about the changes in the series.
I'm not sure that was the reason the Mordekaiser didn't work into the Euro.
It
definitely helped.
It was definitely the juking on the basic abilities.
Yeah, it definitely was. We're just getting ready to get on into the draft. AL eating fly. I mean, that does make sense. Pandas eat bamboo. They eat the leaves.
Ooh.
We're
Pokemon style countered.
Yeah, exactly,
I guess.
right?
Yeah, makes sense.
It's like a fighting bear type, killing a grass type, I guess. But we're both in good spirits still, it seems. Even after that game too. I mean, you do just have to reset. You have to just get back into the next matchup and get yourself back into the mental state where you feel like you can take on the world. And FlyQuest already showed us in game 1 that they can do exactly that. We are into the draft for game 3 and immediately. Things changing up a little bit here for FlyQuest. They're going to get rid of the Jason, the Silas, the Renekton once again for AL.
Does that mean that
dude, it's crazy how much fucking snot you can produce.
Composition or something, because Silas, it has been one of the big picks into the Twisted Fate, which a lot of teams have been banning and has been some priority.
Possible. If you do go for Twisted Fate first pick though, with FlyQuest have been banning Twisted Fate on the red side so far. If you go TF first pick, then Barris is open for anyone's legend, so you are kind of trading some of the more powerful picks in the meta right now. Will AL read it the same way that you did and get rid of the Twisted Fate themselves? Because if they do that now, then Varus is open for FlyQuest and they can just log that in.
I don't know. Wouldn't giving away like TF be okay?
So it's available if they want the global to make.
Dude, Cassio permaban is crazy.
That would usually necessitate that you go like a top lane carry also with it, so you can teleport to it and get Masu on one of those carries. Okay, so they do indeed. Okay, Silas ban was the tell.
If you turn it up, you wouldn't have to talk as much. Dude, I don't know if that's play.
Obviously, the Varus is something that you immediately you think about. Just such a versatile and strong AD carry, whether you build him on hit or if you go for the lethality poke build that we often see. With the Jace band away though, you have a little bit less poke for AL.
Yeah, but having the perm ban like Cassiopeia is pretty like crazy, you know?
And then we'll see where they want to go with their second pick here.
Also, I'm not ordering McDonald's. Ugh, maybe tomorrow.
Is still available too, so there's like a lot of good pairings with the Wukong. If they went for Wukong early here, they could go like Annie or Aurora
LPL Jayo
and look for one of those big bursty combinations that have become so popular.
I mean, that would make a lot of sense. Just thinking you could also go for the Akali just to follow the Twisted Fate Destiny.
Those plays are sick.
They're always really fun to watch.
No, fuck Kevin, yo. Show this, what's up?
For Tarzan, one of his favorite picks. There's the
nah, dude, this is where you say fuck Kevin.
That would surprise me if we saw Thresh this early on in the draft.
Yeah, I was gonna like theoretically try and cook some
Nuke Duck, yeah, dude, Nuke Duck and Mithy. And there's Arrow.
That can really help you out and keep the side lanes even more safe, but much more standard here. Go with the Alistar for Busio. This thing has so much value too, because when you have a Twisted Fate, you're thinking that enemies are gonna get.
Came to MSI from Toronto. What the fuck?
And so Alistar covers that if your opponents are going
okay.
gold cards stunned.
Damn, okay.
Alistar knockups have huge value.
Obviously Tenacity can't reduce airborns, so you have...
Yeah, dude, OG and Champion Arrow.
The lock for AL, so picking something that can push into that Twisted Fate. Obviously, Twisted Fate should be able to get some push early on.
OG Nuke Duck. Dude, I was thinking like Lemon Dogs, dude.
But eventually, the Azir should be able to just constantly pressure through that mid lane. Nocturne, the second ban here from AL. Does make sense. When you have the Twisted Fate, you want to get rid of some of those globals, if you're playing into it at least. So that is where AL are going. Bard once again banned away by FlyQuest.
Stay wide.
Nice into Jhin and into the Twisted Fate.
And so it looks like we are going to be in the...
Who has a good draft?
Really big,
I don't know. It's hard to say, but so far I prefer AL's 1, 2, 3.
Do what AL did last game and get some early leads and split push. Them with the Twisted Fate, then with some long range there with Jhin.
how are they
He was playing Fears before it got invented. True, actually.
At the moment, it feels like they just need to.
Nocturne, you know, for that extra global.
Eight
So that was
strong
really
together.
Nocturne, the lead band away as well, but it's more of a. Usually you can see a way through the draft that FlyQuest can get early leads. And
Oysters together strong, dude.
we don't get counterpick support because that's support's gonna get locked in by AL, and we already have the Alistair anyway. So unless AL go for their top laner here instead of just picking support, which seems a little bit odd to me when you can just last pick, unless you think FlyQuest are going to take the sign themselves.
Andre is very happy to play weak side tanks, no problem.
Okay. So I guess you do get counterpick top lane, and then you can try and play.
What is Bippo gonna play into Sion? Camille? Camille angle?
Have given them the option. Is Inspired gonna crack out the fiddlesticks?
It's got to be something spicy here from FlyQuest. This Twisted Fate as well hasn't found.
Oh, Cho'Gath.
Looks like they're gonna go for the Cho'Gath first. Give a little bit.
Snus? I have no idea what that is.
Obviously not like this big carry champion or anything. It's just good into other tanks. Can constantly like interrupt the queues.
Alistair, yeah, Alistair's a really good support when used well.
So Inspired is, it's uninspired to be a carry champion here.
Yeah, he really needs to be a carry, right? You need something that has good burst potential if you're going to play around mid, which is going to be hard because
Viego?
can just shuffle away. It's
You know what? Viego's actually not bad.
A very strong carry, and if you start to get those resets, you can really take over a game.
Yeah, I mean, he did.
Tobacco pouches between gums.
What? Famous Viego play.
NA, man.
So we'll see if he can do it here on the international stage. This
NA.
Lots of playmaking with the Twisted Fate, with the Jhin, and like you say, if the Viego can play off a couple of those lanes here, maybe get some resets, and FlyQuest gonna try and control the map. But AL have a really insanely strong 5-on-5 scaling comp here.
Look at Coach Tabe work his magic, dude.
So strong. Like you look at it, you have two solid tanks in the Braum and the Sion, obviously, who'll just become incredibly tanky as the game goes on. You have great late game damage from the Azir. The Varus obviously has good poke to get you down early. And
Let's go Faker. Faker's not playing today.
As well, if you want it. So I look at
the fuck? Yo, dude, I actually think
I take that comp 9 times.
I'm gonna have to go with AL, dude. I think AL's draft is better. That's just how I feel.
Taking a comp that requires a lot of execution.
Oh, dude, you gave the thumbs up to the audience, dude. Damn.
Non-subscribers will see you in 30 seconds, but as you say, a huge amount of weight on these FlyQuest players' shoulders.
Also, my goat, brother and son, we love you. Oh, that's his family. Okay, I was about to say, like, that's so weird for a fan to write that. That's his family. Never mind.
It's been really nice to see.
Let's go AL, dude. That's a pretty good drawing.
AL as well, though. Seen lots of their fans out in the audience. A lot of people celebrating them on their first international journey. Have to remember.
I haven't watched competitive in so long. Does NA still suck, dog dick? Hell yeah, dude. I mean, especially against the Western teams or Eastern teams. This team's from China, so it's not looking good. I mean, they won a game, which is impressive.
As we like to say, they almost took down Gen G with some spicy picks here. Quad caught out with the Winter's Bite, but oh, he's going to be stunned. Okay, that's a little bit more health than perhaps he wanted to lose.
Collapsing.
FlyQuest are looking to collapse Tarzan here across the wall and will spot out.
Yeah, I don't think AL should, or I don't think Fly should fight that level 1.
And AL, a couple of wards, whereas Busi only takes 1 down himself.
All right, so here's going to be
as fuck.
Reset for quad. And they did clear out the ward, so a little information advantage there with the Raptor ward going down, but nothing too big. And again, this game is going to look a lot at can AL scale into it? Can FlyQuest get anything done here with the Twisted Fate, with the Viego?
In terms of they had to go back.
Inspired is pathing down towards the bot side, and my instinctual reaction is, yeah, go towards the people with lower mobility. Obviously,
yeah, I mean, Braum here I feel like is really strong against the Jhin TF.
You also have a Braum there, which is always really hard to kill because of the passive with those concussive.
Oh, yeah, it is lethality, Varus.
I think that's where Inspired is going to spend most of his early game looking for ganks.
Yeah, that and mid, quite possibly there.
What third do you plan now? Taiwan, but I haven't played League in like a year, dude.
Ganks towards the Azir. maybe
Okay.
a spell or something
What are
like
they
that,
doing here?
then it really
Wow.
does kind of snowball, because obviously
Good
once
level
your
2
team gets to
advantage.
level 6, then you can kind of transfer that power.
Yeah, dude. I all I do is
Tarzan's
just
got a
watch
range
League
of
now.
possible options
I
early
don't really
on.
play as much as I used to.
And since Tarzan is pathing up towards the top side of the map, Inspired should be able to, you know, look for bottom side Scuttle Crab and stuff like that.
I wonder if Tarzan has felt
Okay, they popped the heal already.
of this series with Whippo dying early in, well, first in both the first 2 games. Thinks maybe a first blood up there for me once again. Whippo though, is going to be able to place a ward in the tri-bush here, so should be fine. It's pinged out by AL. Busio going in for the knockup onto Hope. Kael goes back in with the fight, but doesn't connect as Masu swiftly sidesteps it and avoids any concussive blows.
Trying to fight for
Game
wave
3
right
is
now, too. They
Fly.
get their level up.
Busio, good look for
Okay,
Kael
they can probably
here.
get Kale.
Knockup onto him, and the root follows up. Busio's going to be stunned up. Kael has to flash away from Masu. Does land the Winter's Bite just beforehand. Inspired on his
Okay, Masu flashes. Oh, Inspired.
has a flash of his own, but Kael does
Oh my god,
not.
Cake.
From Inspired
Oh!
and the long-range deadly flourish from Masu
Hope didn't block
finds its
it.
mark. FlyQuest on the board.
Ooh, there you go.
Ugh.
FlyQuest who said they have to get stuff done early. They have to look towards the side of the map. They do.
All right, have a good day, man. Take care.
Have enough damage to get it done with the deadly flourish at the end to finish it off.
Huge from FlyQuest as well. He talks about snowballing, the ability to get Masu ahead, who has just been such a solid performer for them over
Probably
the last
not.
couple of years. His Worlds 2024 was great. His season so far this year
Yeah,
has
that.
been absolutely exceptional.
We'll see how Inspired can do.
You can absolutely shred.
I mean, he should be able to get resets in team fights.
The rest of your team ahead, because eventually Flandre and Kael will be too tanky.
As long as Bubba doesn't do anything stupid like last game.
The power spike of getting that early serrated Dirk too is so nice for him. Now on the support recall timers though, we're gonna have them meet up.
Busio spotted out by Control Ward, and Kael pings him out. Just trying to keep him away from his mid laner. Quad is on the losing side of a lot of trades in mid right now. As CS lead, nothing too monumental.
The fuck? Why are we seeing support on combat?
Whippo only just taking over to level 5. If it was closer to level 6, might have kill threat on Flandre with that feast. Obviously doing a huge amount of true damage.
Yeah, and Busio showing off his
Go next map? What?
There versus Braum with their little
Wait, you think FlyQuest has won already?
But in the
Ain't
end,
no
the ward
way,
stands.
dude.
They have their control ward there, so it is information that is known as well. They can go clear it out there. The pings go down.
So with the junglers going through their second.
Grape? I feel like grape would always be like the best flavor.
Obviously stood for a little bit longer than they would have wanted it to. Shanks here might actually just be able to pick up a plate under Quad's nose. Inspired. Spectrum Wars across the wall, I think just to make sure the Drake is there. It's one of those, we haven't seen Tarzan in a while, we don't have the best tracking on him, but because they know he's not on the Drake, they then immediately ping the Krugs and say, oh, he must be here right now, must have just gone for that full clear up towards top.
Wukong looking for his level 6, looking for his full clear here.
Stick to Red Bulls? The scars is for real men. Oh my bad, dude. You guys are real men. Real men watch FlyQuest versus AL.
Playing very respectful here as they move up.
Masu as well, going to be 11 CS up with 3 to play for here for Hope. So going to be about 7 or 8 when these waves are finally cleared out. On his way to that level 6 as well. Will be there a little bit sooner than his lane opponent. Inspired pathing up towards top once again. Looks like he's just going to play for the Scuttle.
Yeah, I mean, they've got their level 6 Twisted Fate, so now is one of those dangerous times here for AL. They saw Twisted Fate kind of lose
I can't, man.
side, so bottom lane actually is free to push in, but they're looking for it. The level 6 Viego combining with the Twisted Fate to get the shove out on the lane. And that's what we're talking about.
Never mind.
Blocking the Twisted Fate, help them get the push on the lane, then you can transfer your pressure over.
Also just about denying vision in this fog of war as well to allow Quad a little bit more flexibility. If he's on a ward, it's a lot easier for AL to just back away. Where if he's in the fog of war, it's like, well, we could push up, we can try and get this wave, but maybe Quad is on his way down. if you can gank with the Twisted Fate without having to use the Destiny as well, more power to you.
Yeah, I know.
Gives you more tools.
Dude, I live in Asia, dude. I know what it's like.
That's out to a very mild early lead, about 400 gold ahead or so. Masu's going to lose a couple of minions to this tower, but we'll still have a 3 CS lead.
Yeah, slowly but surely you heard an go out from the crowd. Doesn't quite get that one, but we will see about the Grubs. Right now, we're getting the swap early from AL. Sending Hope up there first. Kyle
Oh, no dragon? Okay.
spotted. And we'll see if we actually have the fight, because Masu's still finishing up, pushing out that bottom wave that is going to get answered by the teleports. And Jin can kind of walk over. He has the early boot upgrade here, so with Boots of Swiftness, he can actually run over very quickly to get within range of Jin's ult.
Whippo doesn't have the teleport right now, but half the cooldown left on that. So if a fight happens in the next couple of minutes, it will be a 4v4 up towards this top side. Shanks is getting push in mid, building up towards that Nash's tooth. Hope holding the wave a little bit in the top lane, isn't shoving it out immediately as he sees the minions. Instead, just waiting to make sure that he has it pushed in at the timer that AL want to play for the Grubs.
And Flandre, since he uses teleport down bottom side, he pushes the wave and then looks for Scion ultimate. Him kind of hovering there through river.
They're gonna trade Dragon for
this Drake and try and go for the trade. So
yeah.
I wonder if they
Avoid Grubs.
want to try and delay as well.
I think Flandre just wants to keep Inspired a little bit busy. See if you can distract him from the Dragon, as the Grubs have been secured by.
Oh, they're gonna try to do both.
Inspired force.
I think they can, right?
Coming in from AL means
don't let it reset.
Neutral objective trade will not.
Or maybe let it reset because Wukong goes top.
AL
wow.
doing enough damage there.
Dude, I feel like AL is gonna win this. I don't know, dude. I feel like they just play the map so much better.
They can't get the objective on the other side, so AL here looking pretty strong early on with the Fortress, even though the first blood went over to FlyQuest. Let's see if FlyQuest can get their Twisted Fate ultimate operational, if they can get their play.
AL comp is nuts though. I think it is. I think it's better.
Dragon after that delay.
Yeah, the first Destiny feels vital in this game, right? If you can get Masu a couple of kills, if you can get him 500, 600 gold ahead, we're in a really strong spot. Flandre here, Unstoppable Onslaught will slam into Bwipo. Spectral Morph.
Hey, has his ult or flash at me? Like, I feel like it really depends, right? Maybe Quad can do something with like his TF ult, and maybe find some like a pick or two. But right now, it's not really doing anything. Oh, never mind. I just cursed it. Oh.
But the curtains have opened and swiftly will close on Hope as FlyQuest get their second kill on the board.
Masu hitting the first couple of shots there with the ultimate.
Yeah, they have to do something like that.
Slows after he cleansed out on the stun.
Okay.
Here in FlyQuest getting a kill, getting a
I jinxed them. I jinxed them. My bad. My bad. As I was insulting Quad's TF ult, he just doesn't really get TF ult.
It's a 500 gold lead basically for Quad. Obviously part of that from the TF passive is Busio.
What the fuck, Kale?
Went for that TP from the unsealed spellbook.
Okay.
To walk his way away from this one and does so with the help of Tarzan, just dashes to his jungler.
Meanwhile, pushing in on the other side as well. So Bwipo here on Cho'Gath gets bot side priority. Inspired though is clearing up to the top side, so once again it's probably just going to be fight over vision here after they push through mid lane and push on bottom lane. Inspired's got to keep his farm up, stay strong in this one, so when they go for their big play, they'll be able to have enough damage to do so.
Busio kept around there. Quad likely just to TP up, and he does immediately to this top lane tower. The Destiny about half of his cooldown left. Hope unable to claim that second plate in mid as Shanks is kept around by the wild cards.
All right, there it is.
Yeah, the Triforce for Inspired. Is that what
Yeah.
Yeah, big power spike for him. That's that burst.
I mean, I definitely feel a lot better than yesterday, but obviously, my throat is still like Omega fucked. I guess it's because like I wasn't talking to anyone. Like when I have to use my throat, it's pretty bad. Spicy ramen, are you fucking stupid?
for them to be able to pull this.
I do have ramen,
rotated.
but
Of course, Masu over to the mid lane here. Jin with a lot of reach too to be able to make that play. Shanks though, just continuing to farm up. Big thing here for AL is keep the farm up on the Azir. Even with the nerfs, this champ scales so nicely. Okay,
okay.
Scuttle Crab, that's about it.
Yeah, it was just making sure that they secured it there. Didn't want Tarzan getting in. Busio knew, as you said, with the phase rush, that he can go in, headbutt pulverize, and then just run his way.
I don't have
So
whiskey.
happy enough just to make sure that Inspired is getting as much gold as he can. About a 15 CS lead, which is 4 camps essentially. Quad's going to land the
Wow.
Flandre,
Quad 0 damage to Sion.
Shield.
That's crazy.
490 stacks on that Sion.
Flandre stacking up. Shanks keeping his farm up, as we said. You know, he's over
the
10 CS per minute mark on the Azir, and this champion just scales so well. So versatile. But FlyQuest here, again, looking for their mid priority first.
And I think if you're FlyQuest, you're really thinking about this dragon. You're saying, hey, how can we make things happen? Well, dragon stacking is one of the key ways of doing that. It's really late for a first Drake if you want to force plays before the 2-3 item.
Dude, the first dragon still hasn't gone down. What the fuck? Dude, these games have gone a lot slower.
Or trying to speed up the pace of the game a little bit would be really nice for them. AL, though, very happy on the resets coming out from FlyQuest just to take a Drake for themselves. It will be their first of the game, the first of the game in totality, and it will be an Ocean going in.
Who believes that AL will not throw this map at everyone?
Some extra with the little Ocean Dragon as well. Nice for them. And a fairly late pickup on.
Why do you think AL will throw?
Yeah, we're going to be very far away from Soul stacking.
Like Z-Dez, like I don't understand like why you think. I feel like AL's in a really good position this game. But I feel better when I see how bald he is. Yeah, you also forgot how fat I am. I make people feel better about themselves. When they watch me, they're like, oh, dude, I'm so glad I'm not this stupid.
Which does work really well with tower dives. If you can Destiny in as well, you do have a lot of hard CC, but there's enough wave clear on AL that they can just kind of clear the wave and walk away. And unless you are really forcing to make a play happen, it's a really
you can fix it whenever. Tiny cock, dude. Can't you get penis enlargement?
Forcing these double tower dives.
I always see ads for it.
You do need to keep the pace of the game a little bit more accelerated.
I mean, everybody's on first item right now, right? So they are. Well, here we go.
Flandre unstoppable sort away. And that's also an issue with it. Azir and the Sion can just walk away from your plays. Or run away, I guess.
Quad had spellbooked over to heal, so he was trying to run in front of the train to try and block the ultimate, but couldn't get that either. So
I don't even know if they can kill Sion. Like who on FlyQuest is gonna be able to kill this Sion? Sion has 609 additional health.
Now the Rift Hold had been started by AL, but it's just going to reset. Flandre's joined up here. The Destiny coming out.
FlyQuest or Quad?
Regrets that decision pretty sharp.
Has to flash out immediately.
Now he's walking away. AL, well, everyone's still full HP here, but I think with Quad not having that summoner anymore, FlyQuest a little bit less likely to take the fight.
Yeah, just poking around up here, still trying to fish to see if they can get any sort of angle, but Sion and Braum are quite good at blocking these plays, and then AL make the call. Okay, fine.
If you smoked, you wouldn't be fat.
Lane, get more
I doubt it. Because I love to eat.
Really exposing themselves for a pick.
It's always one of the risks when you play into very coordinated teams. Good silence there from Whippo. Won't be able to put.
Can we get a few Z's?
Because you have.
Yo, see ya, man. See ya tomorrow.
You have played with these guys for
get some sleep now, because tomorrow's gonna be a great day, dude. Tomorrow's gonna be an exciting, fun day.
And you have trust in your teammates to play the other side of the map, whereas in solo queue perhaps you can't. TP coming down towards the bottom side, and Inspired is lying in wait.
Is this the beginning of the action? Here we go.
The downfall.
There's the Smite Spectrum, more for the Stun Heartbreaker available to him as well.
Okay. Oh.
Quad dies, but Inspired survives. And they get those 3 kills on the board. Inspired looking for the tower here as well for that feat of.
Oh, first tower.
AL took the Rift Herald. Inspired should be able to.
Oh, what the fuck?
For FlyQuest.
Oh, feat string goes to Fly. They're a few seconds behind. How boring game can be. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the games are getting really slow. Like yesterday, it felt like the games were also really slow. No?
Maybe just looking for the tier 2 here as Hope begins to open up as well. Masu
Like the
can't
playing
defend.
matches
Only
felt
has
more
the collector right now,
exciting.
and that's 2 quick towers over to the LPL #1 seed.
Yeah, those Void Grubs, the Void Mites doing a lot of work there. AL pushed down pretty heavily, grabbing 2 for themselves. So they got a bit of money back with the Azir going 1 for 1 under the tower, and then the 2 towers they're investing Rift Herald. So they're keeping their economy up on their scaling team fight, despite FlyQuest going for the play onto the bottom side and getting a tower down, which they do need to open up this, this map to be able to play with. But Azir just kind of replants the tower.
Yeah. Just grows out of nothing as he puts the Sun Disc down. Obviously, mid tower much better.
Oh, were all the games just over 30 minutes?
The enemy jungle can get that
I don't remember, man.
You don't have to worry about coming back out through mid lane through the watchful gaze of those towers. Next dragon up in 30 seconds time, as we said, Sol very late in this game.
Like they're just, yeah, I mean they're playing the map pretty well, but like, I mean they took the dragons really slow. The second dragon is spawning at like 1830, dude. That's crazy.
Just back away and say, okay, you can take it. We don't have to take all of these dragons early on.
Yeah, definitely no necessity there because they've got so much comfort as it goes on. Meanwhile, like you're thinking maybe the Varus or something will overextend, but he's got his cleanse, he's got his flash ready. Easily push out mid wave, and since they have their own mid tower, easy rotation over here for AL.
Yeah, you can see how deep Masu has to stand in that mid wave to catch the wave, right? He has to be all the way back behind the Razor Beaks as Busio has to here as the Drake is secured by AL. Kaio stepping forward, corruption only onto Busio. He'll have the unbreakable will if he needs to pop.
Okay.
Coming out as well. There's a Destiny behind them as Tarzan was the
the gold card, the clone.
And FlyQuest invest the Destiny and don't find much out of it. Also, Whippo coming down from the top lane means that Sion will have a
what's going on here? Oh, TV flank. Oh, Tarzan's getting fucked. Has to flash out. Okay, Inspired went in too deep. Inspired's dead. Oh, that knock over the wall. Is Whippo going to eat someone? Okay, he eats Shanks. But it's only him. It's a 4v2. Oh, how can play? Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man. Like the AL comp, like how can he kill anyone? Like look at Tarzan, he fucked up. He has to flash over, but like yeah, sure, Inspired tries to ult in, can't kill. Oh, but look at Hope damage. I mean, obviously it takes a while to kill Whippo as well, but...
And so they close the trap here on the bottom side of the map now.
And that's what we were saying, right? Like, AL can choose the fight on their terms. Obviously, good play from Inspired at the start to try and get the kill, but as soon as...
Fly select red and lose hard?
It's so hard for FlyQuest to disagree.
Do you think they'd actually select the red side?
Big swinging point there here for AL.
Oh, FlyQuest. I don't know. I feel like the Jhin pick here makes no sense. Wouldn't it have been better if they picked Kaisa with TF? Or is that troll too?
Now you've got your multiple items on so many members, both carries on front Flandre as well, the mega front line. So FlyQuest here have to continue to look for something as far as the burst goes. Otacon will be the possibility here for somebody to make a play, but now like AL, they don't have to give you anything. Right now they're going to keep their teleport Azir up on the top side of the map to be able to answer, and they're kind of just keeping watch, you know?
Just letting Shanks get up towards that third item. It's a cloth armor, so I assume it's going to be a Seekers. We'll see if he finishes the entire Zhonya's. Tarzan looking for Inspired. Deficit, but it's just because Inspired has been farming up his jungle so well.
I mean, I think it's easier to get more health on Sion than it is on Cho'Gath.
Last couple of games it's been Mountain. Busio jumped on, puts down the Unbreakable.
Holy shit, it takes him so long to kill Kale, dude. Okay, they get him though.
And with Quad coming in with the Destiny, the knockback onto Tarzan.
Oh my god, Whippo. That flash forward? Wow. There's the resets.
They found their pick. They started
Whoa.
getting some kills, and that should
That
be
kind
a
of
rotation
TF could
over
work.
towards Otacon. FlyQuest
I just feel like you would do more
really needed
damage.
to make something happen, and they do. When the pressure is on, that is some gold back for themselves. Can they turn it into the actual objective, though? Flandre and
Dude, I don't even know if they can contest this.
from Kyle. Braum is back.
I mean, but Brippo can just be a frontline. Spectrum
Yeah, like Flandre's dying before they even get in.
Flandre, who has to flash away. Kyle now stepping
Okay.
forward, realize they cannot contest the Otacon. FlyQuest,
I mean, Kale gets caught and they try to save his ass.
and are back in this game.
The double collector team. Inspired had finished his collector. Masu also got his Lord Doms plus his collector. They actually go through the Braum.
Like, Hope ulting Alistair is so weird, dude.
Answer there for AL does come in a little bit later.
Oh.
The snowball to the fight already began with FlyQuest jumping on that pig, actually bursting down Kyle, and then making their rotation over. So let's see if the Otacon power here, the flower power, is going to be enough for them.
It's a big question because everything we talked about in draft still stands. AL still have really good scaling. FlyQuest still need to be able to snowball games or snowball the game.
Oh, the goal is back to
We have seen
even.
if they catch one person out. Inspired's resets throughout a fight can turn the battle on its head.
And the teleport from the Azir is a critical summoner spell, so that plus the money and stuff that they got in the last fight for FlyQuest might be something that they can leverage.
Is this Cho has 8 stacks? I don't know how much extra health that is.
The next Drake, but Flandre has his own to answer as well as his ulti, so if AL can get everyone there on
Because
top,
Sign has 1,000 extra
for
HP.
FlyQuest, and they want to look for a little bit more focus fire here if they can get anyone early.
See Flandre setting up for that unstoppable onslaught. Tarzan going the long range.
They're gonna fight for third dragon.
AL don't really have much vision here. There's control ward in as Busio goes.
Okay. This should be a good fight for AL. Kale flashes out. Yeah, dude. This is how you should be fighting with AL. Not that other weird shit. Whoa. Yeah, that like this is what I think the team fight should look. That's why I'm like, how could AL lose? Whatever the other shit was, we don't talk about that.
Able to flash out there. You know, FlyQuest, they try and just go straight for their reset right on the front line and burst down the Braum again, but Kyle just flashes out. And so the fortress there for AL does stand strong this time around. They get their third dragon and they can move over to Baron.
It's also like Inspired was just so far forward that.
Oh, they get Baron as well?
It doesn't matter if you get people low. It doesn't matter if you can feast someone and begin that reset train because.
Yeah, 1,097 bonus HP.
AL will get the Baron. They'll extend their gold lead to about 3k. While this is happening, Masu is pushing through bot. But AL rests control.
Yeah, Bwipo has 8 stacks on Cho'Gath, but I don't know how good or bad that is. I don't even know how much health that amounts to.
Forced away by Flandre.
See if they can, yeah, here's another look at it. So again, like this comp is so much for burst damage. So
You don't have the old overlay that they used to have for LTS, or LTA, I mean. Like, look at that, dude.
Inspired to get to move right after the ult in, and then the flash out meant no extra kill.
I'd have to watch it again, but I think Bwipo was Chain of Corruption just outside of feast range. So he couldn't get the feast onto Kyle.
Shit, Aegis. Oh yeah, Sunfire Cape. Yeah.
Obviously, someone can rewind the YouTube video. And if you get that initial reset onto Kyle, maybe then Inspire can take over the fight with the Unbreakable, with the Winter's Bite. It's a very close affair until, obviously, AL were able to turn that fight in their favor. Now, there's a lot of standing gold on the map for them as well. Only taking 2 towers so far, both of those in the mid lane. Means if they do want to play through these sides, there's a lot of gold in those turrets to be claimed.
I mean, Bwipo looks like he has like 5k HP though.
Frame by frame, we got to see if we can get that big chunk of burst damage down if they want to get their reset. But with the Baron buff, that has got to be lots of extra pressure here. The 4-1.
No, he's building the Randuin's.
Able over to usher up the mid lane
right?
as well.
Randuin's omened on Scion.
right? They're making a 2-member move over towards Flandre. Looks like they do call it off. Again, investing a lot, you know, into the second Lord Doms here for Inspired. So FlyQuest clear are like, hey, we are going to do our burst comp through whatever frontline member is furthest engaged.
Yeah.
And
almost as big as us. Yo, true.
just try and full send and try
Is this even good?
if it doesn't,
The ulted Bwippo.
Going down onto Bwippo. There's the Sun Disc as well as AL will just gain control of this top side, using their ultimates pretty freely there to make sure that they could take that tier 2. They want to reset and go down towards that bottom side. For the moment,
Science so fast.
a little bit of this storm.
The fuck? Okay.
Just clearing the wave, making sure that FlyQuest can't get any gold for themselves. So objective bounties, so those towers obviously would give them a little bit of a gold infusion.
yeah, AL have been so good with their economy here, looking after each wave, keeping their income really, really high here. So many stacks there for Flandre. Keeping their carries very strong. Hope almost the 2.
Yeah, dude, this sign is omega huge.
Over his counter.
Random third item.
With that poke Varus.
Hey? Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
So about the important
the support wallet diff.
They didn't really get too much. They got 2 towers top. They didn't get any towers bot or mid. That's alright, I guess.
Like this, but obviously really nice to have an extra damage reduction.
I mean, honestly, if they are trying to go to burst you low and get someone really low real quick.
That's true. I just don't think, like, I'm at the point now where I think AL have to misplay a team fight for them to get low. You know, that's the kind of position I'm feeling for FlyQuest here. Quad gonna pop the ghost, get through that unsealed spellbook, run his way down towards this bottom lane, and just try and clear out this wave. No real waves pushing actually for AL on the rest of the map, so Bwippo has a bit of time with that top lane tier 2, and looks like AL are just going to back away. Flandre's on his way across. There's a teleport available for Shanks if he does want
Oh, they're gonna get this top tower.
Going towards mid lane, actually. That is Kyle with a TP from the unsealed spellbook.
I don't know why they gave up pushing bot.
It's 1,000 in total for them. Shrinks that gold lead to about 2.3k.
Dude, I don't know what FlyQuest are doing, to be honest. Or I don't know why AL like let them do that. You know what I mean?
Bwippo has teleport though. Teleport and feast are ready. But this delay means that FlyQuest are going to have to work through some enemy territory. The approach might be fairly difficult for them.
Alright, there's a 30-minute soul, dude. 4th dragon spawning at 30 minutes is crazy slow.
He is tanky enough that he can walk in a little bit, but with the Destiny coming out as well, Quad will gain a bit of vision for FlyQuest.
Okay, come on, Hope. You gotta land some pokes.
Looking to start up the Drake. Masu.
Okay, Flandre.
Good knock up from the Rupture as well, as Tarzan might be able to get a flank here. Could have decoyed over the wall and then gone for the Cyclone on that backline. At the moment though, AL just have their meatballs in the front of the composition.
Oh my god. Dude, they're using everything. Oh, that fucking Varusol was so ass. Completely missed everyone. Tarzan. Ooh! Tarzan. Oh my god, but he didn't get it. He didn't get it. He didn't get the resets. He didn't get the reset. I mean, he didn't get the ult. Oh. Oh, what the fuck? Quadra? Oh, he auto-attacked the fucking thing. Oh. Oh my god, dude, how the fuck did I become a 4 for 4? What?
Godzilla Cho'Gath at the end can't chase down the last member. But we're going to have to return to this soul. We're going to have to get right back to it. Now there's going to be no feast for Bwippo, but the early resets do come out as they reapproach the soul. Okay, here's another look at it. Again, they're looking to go through the front line, so they start working on Flandre, trying to choke him down. The chains of corruption went wide at the beginning.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight.
They go for this play from Tarzan. He jumps into the cluster.
Yeah, I thought this was pretty good.
Then clones over, but Quad's able to find him for the burst damage, so they do get the first kill there.
Yeah, like, okay, how did Hope die?
Hope on the bottom side, you see him free firing from the bottom side, doing so much damage.
Oh, he flashed over and killed himself.
And it comes down to him with the Quadra.
What the fuck, dude? That's crazy.
In that moment,
he wasn't quite able to finish it and get back onto Shanks.
Oh, Dragon's still up.
that has been farming up so much this game stood tall.
Do you not have any
with
pen?
Quadra.
I don't know.
Still has that Seeker's
I don't
Arc
think
as well.
Azir does.
Didn't use that
I saw him
in
building
the
with
previous
2
sequence.
needlessly large rods.
That was a lot more exciting of a fight than I thought it was going to be. Like AL actually here on the attempt number 2 on this Dragon Soul.
Busio has the Hex Smash. She jumps in, only hits on
Okay.
That's not really the target you want. Flounder going in,
Oh, oh, the soul.
secured by Tarzan. Bribbo's killed off Flandre.
Flandre?
Going for the resets. Heartbreakers in, the Emperor's survived.
Wait, Bippo? Oh, Inspired couldn't get a reset off. Oh my god, that Wukong is so strong.
They find the kills they're looking for. Tarzan comes back to life. And only Masu and Quad are left alive. Masu chased out, pops the cleanse, but Shanks will pop his life and can chase him down. Tarzan going forward as well.
Wow.
Tarzan in the end will secure it. It was another close fight for FlyQuest, but in the end, AL just have the superior composition.
AL so much better here.
Holy shit, he jumped over.
The pressure point. This thing is sitting at 74 health, and then Tarzan autos it to finish it off. And then this time around, it's not really close for the reset chain because look at
Inspired tries to ult in and dies. Like he fucked up. And then like the Wukong ult, Busio just gets interrupted by it. Dude, that's crazy shit.
MasterCard priceless moment of the game there.
Yeah, he's still building. Okay, Varus has it, but Shanks was building Death Cap over it.
Fought with all their might around that KMTlol. Now with a 5,000 gold lead and Baron AL
Okay, Quad.
towards these inhibitors. FlyQuest will have to find something pretty special to fight back.
Yeah, I don't know. This build seems so weak.
I mean, just again, keep looking for your reset comp to, you know,
Any
reset
team?
some sort of frontline kill.
I don't know. Probably not.
Well, it's worked, right? Inspired.
No, I think Caps won it.
Soul fight to get
But right now, like Ravi, like TF is like really strong in scrims. So it has a really high win rate in scrims.
Like this Azir is so strong.
That's why every team is like thinks it's like broken and OP.
AL with the power of this soul at their back too does so much to ward off this burst combo from coming through.
Okay.
Cyclone TP coming in as well from Flandres. He looks to join.
Bwippo? Wow, Bwippo dies.
And that's your tank dead for the
Only
next
Wes has
minute.
picked it though, I swear.
Now, with the Baroned up minions, can push in for these inhibitor towers. FlyQuest are going to cede control of it.
Maybe.
Inhibitor in the mid lane, raised to the ground by AL. Masu sidestepping the pierce.
I'd have to look at the stats real quick.
Anyone's legend look for the win. Seems like it. They have one cannon minion wave to work off. Andre stepping forward. No damage really to the Nexus towers yet.
Yeah, Caps has played it 3 times and lost. Has lost all 3, and Aris picked it once and lost on 2. You're right. It's like 0 for 5 right now. Wow. Okay. Maybe it's just fake.
But he falls for it. The Nexus in their eyes.
Oh, he just ruined his KDA for no reason. Shanks is not giving a fuck, dude.
Game from them. FlyQuest try and go for some burst comp, but unable.
Yeah, they picked. Aris picked it into Furia and lost.
For FlyQuest, it was so close at moments. Like we thought they needed to snowball a little bit. Yeah, the fights around the soul, so close, but. In the end, AL were able to come out just on top. The question for FlyQuest is...
There's no EU Masters. EU Masters has been picked a lot.
Do you switch back to red? It seems to be working.
Even Nemesis lost on it.
Game 2, I guess you could argue it didn't work as well as you'd wanted to. Like, do you need to change things up, or is it a couple of small changes that have to be made? It's a back and forth game, seeing AL to match point. Shocks, what's the desk got for us?
Well, we've got
Yeah.
for,
I mean, it's good for pick comps, right? But pick comps are really hard to play.
Match point either side. I think Isaac is a little bit more deflated just
because. You know what? I'm doing fine.
Right,
I feel like they're actually playing really well. It was a fun game to watch. I thought that with the composition they had, when FlyQuest got a little bit behind, they were going to get completely bulldozed. But they were able to keep it close, and I'm pretty happy with how they've been playing. So it's been honestly a really fun series to watch.
I believe you. You are literally the picture on X of like the room's on fire.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Try to Neme Zillion mid and scrims. Yeah, we have a 100% win rate. Thank you, Nemesis.
Sovereign, I think, in this game, right, Emily?
Yeah, I mean,
I should tell the players to talk good about Los Ratones, right? That's how you get fans.
I think.
Oh yes, we know about Los Ratones. They are very strong.
Emily's mad dogging me.
Holy shit, dude. TF is so invisible.
Anyways, go ahead.
He was just a gold card producer.
Coming out of this, I think the huge thing for AL was.
Yeah, I feel like this comp could have been better if they didn't have Jin. If they had like something else, it probably would have been better.
But with this beefy front line, I think Azir and Varus hitting on the backside of every team fight was really what ended up tearing FlyQuest apart.
Yeah, our show match. I think CFL has scrimmed LR off stream, and I think we won every game.
I want to talk about in particular, starting with this one, where AL proved that every second counts, beating out FlyQuest in the first major team fight, thanks to the reliable Cisco network and the TPs arriving in time.
Yeah, the big thing. Tarzan is going in here, but then both Whippo and Flandre are going to TP into the bot side. Flandre gets here first, and Inspired is already almost dead by the time he even gets into the team fight. And the big thing to watch in these team fights, whenever Azir and Varus are able to kind of free hit, especially it is going to be disaster for FlyQuest, and I thought it was a really neat pin with the Scion coming in. Flandre, sometimes even as we saw in their playoffs,
whoa,
like,
armpit.
Whole waves
Sorry.
to join up.
He's gonna be there.
Team fights. He will
I distracted again. Yeah, I need to close my Twitter, dude. Oh, I can't, dude. I'm so
I
fucked.
wanted to talk about another fight as well. It was one that came after this, because I kind of was looking at it like you were, I think.
Yes, I'll be doing a 6-man if they sign Pun? Maybe. Either that or they said one of the players down to Academy.
But I did think that FlyQuest was able to really make some admirable fights happen, even from this disadvantage. So I wanted to go back to what was the initial first fight over the 4th Dragon here. You know, it was not the second fight. And so I want to really highlight how Tarzan was playing this. So Tarzan was playing on the low side, and you can see that Hope as well as Shanks are kind of guarding this way. So what they're trying to do here is they're actually trying to push Masu down to this side so that Tarzan can get an engage kind of like right over the wall into here. So the initial play, I think, was really good. The setup was great from AL. We can start to roll this forward. And we are going to see that Flandre, I think, he is positioning very confidently because he knows he's so tanky. So what FlyQuest are doing is they're just taking free damage on the Scion. They get a really good chunk on him. So by the time that Tarzan actually goes for the engage, you look at the HP, there's already quite a bit missing. So the engage comes in, really nice initial engage, but Masu is staying safe on the side. He is free hitting. Critically though, on the other side, it is Shanks. Notice how Kyle repositions with him. He is always—
Dude, right here, Hope just sends it. What the fuck was that flash, dude? What the fuck?
To protect the Azir, to create that space. So even though FlyQuest played it out, I think, really, really well, AL was so clear on what their win conditions were in the fight. They were trying to manipulate the positioning very well. And
Yo, what the fuck, dude? I need this guy in my life.
To get the quadra on the Azir, and he was just unstoppable.
I want to give some props also to Shanks, also amazing pirate name. But in terms of kind of being a rookie on the international—
He's just like fixing everyone's body.
You know this, of course, firsthand, Emily. He has a presence of mind in those fights, that he's just not losing the plot, because you could actually throw the game here.
Yeah, and Shanks has been— I've been kind of waiting for him to make it to an international for a really long time, right?
So is he.
This is the prodigious mid laner upcoming from—
What is he looking at?
Academy.
Between the games on match point. I don't know about that.
LDL
Don't go on Twitter. Like,
he's studying.
He's
okay,
watching VODs.
Sorry. I'm just sorry. I get tilted always when I go on that website, so I don't want to waste on anyone. Sorry.
Everyone tweeting nice things.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't have time. Sorry, I don't have time to go into Shanks.
Emily's in there flaming Popo.
No, what?
Anyways, sorry, Emily, we were completely derailing your—
Didn't CFL have one? Yeah.
I'm just saying, I've been waiting for— this is a nice pop-off moment for Shanks. I've been waiting for him to get to an international for a while.
Okay, nice. We're happy.
Yeah, we don't have one full-time anymore.
Azir game. So let's put our attention on this next game. FlyQuest is up against it.
But yeah, like, I don't know. We have all these, like, help and stuff.
When they are up against match point.
He didn't touch me, though.
Well, I think Hope got the better of him in his last game, but we're really looking at him, Azale, to rally with his team.
Absolutely, and I do think—
I want someone that can fucking
very well. He was still able to put on quite a bit of pressure.
fix my joints.
You can see Masu here on camera, getting ready, rewatching some of the game, trying to decide how they want to play it out. I think they had a very difficult draft to actually execute on, but they were able to, really still push it.
He's just eating the cup.
Feel like if they can get a good, comfortable draft—
How come they give them like these really shitty cups? Like, shouldn't you have like a dedicated bottles you don't spill?
Probably
That's what I have.
Potentially for Busio, we've seen them flex champions into the bot lane as well for him. So I'm curious to see what they have cooked up for us.
Me as well. We believe in them here
Cooking
with
the game
Massive behind us. And he's still reading those goddamn tweets. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back.
This is Whippo slander.
Alright, I guess I'll take another quick break. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, my fucking nose is all fucked. Ugh. Hey, at least we're all, you know, we're actually kind of settled in. We all agree. FlyQuest is gonna do the miracle run and win the next 2 games, right?
You might
Next
have
2
heard I'm going
games.
through a little upgrade with my tats. So when Verizon announced that everyone gets a free phone on any plan, pain-free.
Yeah, but maybe he's watching the VOD.
Try and beat it. I'll give you a sec.
What a car. Living the dream, huh?
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to?
Okay, I get it now.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
传奇该如何铸就？
He changed the meta. He pushed the limits of the game. Uzi now raised and picked.
Level up, start my engine and I rev it up. Once I get the green light, gotta go, let them know they better step on
Let me throw it down to the ground, make them turn around in the dark and light.
AL don't really have much vision here. There's control ward in as Busio goes in. There's the Unbreakable. Glacial Fisher hits only onto the back line. Ripper looking for the piece. Kyle flashing out and Inspired's already down. So the resets are not on the menu here for FlyQuest. Ripper looks for the knockup. He won't land it, but he will sacrifice his life to keep Masu alive. Hope with a triple, and it is extinguished for FlyQuest. Well, here we go into game 4. FlyQuest fought valiantly in game 3, but were unable to come up with the goods. AL 1 game away from a date with the LCK against Genji. What a matchup that will be if we get there. Obviously, FlyQuest looking to stop them in their tracks and take us all the way to game 5.
Yeah, and I think I underestimated that comp. You know, when I saw it at the beginning, I was like, oh man, I think these fights are going to be hard to win. But FlyQuest actually, you know, they gave themselves some angles there. And the burst potential was on display. It was just
okay.
AL and Shank specifically. This guy, he found up so well in the beginning. You know, we're tracking his CS, keeping his CS really good on the Azir, constantly keeping his resources high. The team rotating him over really nicely to those waves. And then in those close
game
fights,
4.
he did come up huge for them.
Yeah, throw game 1 to give Western fans false hope.
Great stuff from Shanks. We did wonder how
No, it is, man.
International tournament. And
did you just snort Burger Sugar? No, dude, I have a cold. I'm sick.
But now, AL back onto the blue side. FlyQuest elected to go onto red. That's our first question answered. The second question that we have to ask is, what is going to be let through the draft? Ezreal banned from FlyQuest themselves.
Can't be letting White rip on his phone? Yeah, but if he's watching the matches, then it's fine. Dude, CFO, we have, like, in between games, players will look at the matches on the phone. They're not looking at, like, social media.
Go with a, like, full send dive sort of comp or something here.
The Ray grind going?
Still available.
I don't play.
MF as well. We haven't
Don't ban Gwen.
This draft, this series. Sorry, there's the MF band away.
It was even harder, yeah.
So where will FlyQuest
yeah.
They need to...
I'm not sure if they will utilize red side that well.
Who knows?
Yeah, see if it is, you know, focus more towards that Kai'Sa. Because the Kai'Sa definitely rising quite a lot in priority. There's a lot of things still available that work well with
like, especially top lane. Rest and Driver will watch the match themselves and give the other guy advice after, like, analyzing their play. You're like, oh, you know, they like to do this, you should have done that. Oh yeah, here you kind of fucked up.
Big focus on those AD carries getting banned away. Lucian, though, available.
Wow, Lucian first pick is crazy.
AL away from Masu, but AL will get their hands on it this game. I don't think we've seen Hope on it this split at all. So obviously something he'll be comfortable on. Lots of AD carries. Oh, he's got 3 games on it. I was just overlooking him between the Jinx and the Ziggs. FlyQuest, you gonna go for Elise? I think not. I think Nautilus perhaps is slightly more up your alley for this series.
Yeah, because you really need something to pin this Lucian down. Lucian, really big strengths, of course, are rotating in the mid lane and having the culling poke, but also so mobile there. So having Nautilus point and click CC, definitely a very quick grab in this one, especially since Braum was already used, so that Braum counter answer is going to be there. Of course, Leona is that option, and they go for the Zig,
fuck it, I'll figure it out later.
It's a really good pairing
oh.
with Nautilus on the bot side, but
need to complete out? No. It's yeah, it's double elimination, so they're in the losers bracket right now.
Which is something
okay, we're gonna see Ziggs bot lane.
In this series, and Yone is the pick that I always think about when I go towards AD mids. Neither of these mid laners really playing it too much. I think Shanks has 4 games on it, and Quad has 1. But we haven't seen it banned, we haven't seen it picked. Obviously, neither team prioritizing it that much. When you have an AP bot laner, getting some mixed damage across the rest of the map makes sense.
So do they
Leona.
a lot of counters into Mbessa, so they don't have to pick his counter now, but he really has you know, the volley bearer and a lot of very different things into it. So Poppy value.
Dude, DOFGK is a crazy acronym, dude. When I see DOFGK, I can't help but think of dog fuck, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? Why do they call dog fuck, man?
Lee Sin obviously does have a lot of ability to be a playmaker. We've only seen it from Canyon so far here at MSI, but he absolutely schooled G2 on it yesterday. Don't think we've seen it from Inspired. Oh, we saw it once this spring. Once.
Yeah, and he is a very good Lee Sin here and can go for some extra burst damage with this combo too. You definitely are looking at trying to get that other AD jungle, and so now you have to think Tarzan's going to have to soak a lot of bans with jungle getting kind of shallow here. So stealing away this Lee Sin, what are they most worried about as far as pick? Okay, so Nocturne.
So CFL's playing the best team tomorrow? Hell nah, dude. Or I mean, yes, we are, but we're gonna win because we are the better team.
Do a traditional AD jungler here for AL because we have seen Tarzan on things like the Lilia. Maokai still available as well, although that's kind of fallen out of priority for a lot of
current
people.
world champion, true.
Into Bloodletter's Curse and have a good amount of magic damage.
Yeah, definitely still an option. You know, the Nidalee always an option too.
True.
And they do have the Leona for like primary engage, so
we'll see where they decide to go. FlyQuest got rid of the Nocturne. Hui taken away by AL. FlyQuest likely looking towards a Tarzan ban once again. And
there's another one of the ADs.
Okay. Little bit of respect there to
I mean, the
Tarzan.
way he got here with that Zed play, that is definitely deserved. Meanwhile, what are we worried about here for Quad in the mid lane? I mean, they already were not, you know, taking down any of the other AD mid laners that were up. So
yeah, CFO's got it tomorrow, guys. Don't worry. Tomorrow's gonna be a great day.
Can also be played mid, although we see it much more down.
But I have to wake up at 3 a.m. Yo, Willie, thank you for the follow. CFO. CFO Willie.
A Yone and an AP jungle that you were floating around if they go.
Well, you have the Lee now, right? So you'd want AP top or AP mid, assuming the Lee is going jungle.
I'm talking about from AL's perspective.
That makes sense.
AL's perspective could go, because they're the ones that ban the Smolder, so they could go the Yone and then go for solo AP for Tarzan.
Big Willie, thank you for the follow. Oh, Shen, okay. I think Shen's pretty good.
But still very good.
It's tricky.
Playing around with it. They have so many options here. I mean, Mbessa plus Aurora puts so much pressure on flanks. And since Leona here from such long range can kind of pinpoint with that.
Alright, what are they gonna go for jungle?
Nice bit of pressure here from AL.
Yeah, those
Cock.
Like the ability to get on
dude.
From AL
Groundskeeper Willie.
It looks like they might be
in
going
the
for
Simpsons.
Themselves. They know they have enough damage with Aurora, Lucian, and the Ambessa. Poppy gives you.
I feel like Poppy here is such a good pick. I feel like Poppy here is so mega good. Dude, I think it's a 3-1. I think AL's gonna win this. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna pull out of their ass on last pick.
You know, popping people out here, but final answer for Quad into the undefeated this year for Shanks Aurora pick. This Aurora pick has been flexed between Flandre and Shanks, both of them. This year have been undefeated on it, both of them with 5.
Yeah, Fly's draft doesn't seem. Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do with this team comp.
Has been such a successful pick for them.
Speaking of eclectic picks, it's the Shen for Bwipo in the top lane. 3 and 8 on it all time. Hasn't won on it.
Wouldn't it have been better if they picked like Lilia jungle with like AD mid, like Yone or some shit? Wouldn't that have been better? Shen has a shield? Yes, he does. His passive gives him a shield. So Serpent's Fang? Yeah, it would kind of be good. It's Nautilus, Lee Sin, and Shen.
Of this series. For non-subscribers, we'll see you in 30 seconds as the coaches go back to their ready rooms.
For non-subscribers?
To take on summoners.
Are they playing an ad now?
Here we go. Let's see how much of a factor that Stand United will be in this game. Because AL, they do have strong side lane picks for their solo lanes, strong flank.
LER, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, if Mbessa wants to build it, I think it would be fine. I don't think it's a must build though.
Question that rings through.
I don't think Lucian should build it. I think Lucian should just go LDR.
The West bested 3-1. Just as G2 were bested 3-1 after winning game 1 against Genji. Hope running the cleanse here on the Lucian. We don't see an unsealed spell.
What are they even saying? Let's go FlyQuest?
On this Nautilus. Triple TP
Let's go
plus a Nautilus
FlyQuest.
TP is
Nah,
a
dude.
scary proposition.
I don't know, man. I don't like the FlyQuest draft. I feel like the draft doesn't really make much sense.
FlyQuest have a number of them at their disposal.
Also a surprising amount of burst damage in Zig's Nautilus lane, so we'll see if they do get any action towards the bottom lane early on.
Hey, Bubba's on dying level 1.
The top side war here on blue Cromp to see Tarzan's pathing.
Fly with this? No. Quad needs to wake up. Okay, I don't know if it's Quad. Game 4 belongs to Inspired.
Really powerful at clearing the multi-camps, and so on the Lee you want to get.
Prove me wrong? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Just going to trade early on, double electrocute in the mid lane, both of them proccing that, and their first rotations on.
Now builds Locket as well. Oh, okay, then yeah. Yeah, okay. The Service Fang would have a lot of value.
So huge burst damage potential later on, but on the top side, Shen actually has really strong early levels, so Blippo can position aggressively there, go for these Q, trades, try and push towards.
Alright.
Get his grasp pox going, gets his level 2 priority over the Ambessa.
Shank's getting prio in the mid lane as well.
Wow.
Quad down. So
what is this draft?
He'll be fine. He has
I don't like the FlyQuest draft.
Another one in his inventory if he needs it, but already being chunked out quite.
Putting their best on Zig's duty it's weird.
Happy with the way this lane is going.
Yeah, very good on this champion.
Well, I mean their best is Inspired, and putting Inspired on Lee Sin.
This matchup here,
weird.
The electrocute buffs as well. The burst damage looking so good. So mid lane getting pushed in for FlyQuest. Inspired actually did the 3-camp recall clear for his extra longsword. And I want to see what he goes to try and use that extra longsword power for towards the bottom side. Because we mentioned, Ziggs and Nautilus have so much setup and a decent amount of burst damage. So he has the options of either trying to go make the play on bottom side with his, sword advantage, or maybe trying to do something towards mid, and get the
Sivir would actually be kind of good.
Some sort of setup.
But I just feel like if we're gonna go Ziggs, you might as well go Lilia jungle with Yone mid.
In his kit as the slow, the root, the hook, and then the knocker from the depth charge. Obviously, it doesn't have that yet, but you just have so many opportunities to catch people out if that Nautilus can get on top of someone. Obviously,
that's why I'm just I don't really get it. I don't really get this draft. I think these are good champions, but not together.
Still gonna get the knock up.
Rel is better. True, but I don't know if Rel's wasn't Rel picked? Or am I trolling?
For the shield of Daybreak, can't land it. Kyle will just oracles, and they'll clear out the vision. The Scuttle Crab secured for Tarzan. He might just path straight up towards the top side one as well as held onto his.
I feel like it was picked game 1.
Mid lane priority really being the determining factor there. Shanks has the inside route, and since Quad was down his health potion, they have to cede the fight. Early kind of little skirmish there was fairly even, but mid-prio determines everything for those types of things, and Quad is already hurting here. So the CS deficit going to be a bit rough for this Ahri.
I don't know how to take a quick look. My camera. Rel picked already? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I would agree Ziggs Rel would be better, but I have to feel like it was banned or picked already. Yeah, I always forget what the fuck was picked. Whoa, Masu. Oh, Masu. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe just thought he could kill off Kyle, but he's going to lose the wave and lose his life alongside it. Does have the TP, so can TP down.
Oh, dude, I usually hate Ziggs picks because I feel like people don't know how to play it properly.
Good flash away.
Wow, Flandre.
Setting up for the taunt flash combo.
Yeah, exactly. Nice reaction speeds there. I kind of want to see, like you said, the beginning of the bottom side play though, because AL. They have pushed mid.
What the fuck did Masu do?
Kyle from Brush.
Okay, he roots him.
Oh, he wanted a satchel.
Oh.
The positioning was just
Yeah, one of those. Shield of Daybreak just comes in right at the
Oh my god, what is happening here?
From Flandre here. Whippo will get the taunt off. Flandre
Oh,
a tower dive.
oh dude, it's just like going to shit.
Ultimate for some of Whippo's health bar, but nothing much more. Whippo still has the TP as well. Flandre will get the wave shoved in here. Whippo's actually going to stay around.
Like, I mean, dude, when you pick Ziggs, I feel like you're not trying to win lane. You're just trying to farm and let your support roam is like the best way to play it. Because Ziggs wave clear is so good. Like, it's so hard to dive him or punish him. Oh.
And the connection is not made for FlyQuest. Satchel charge down onto Hope, but Kyle body blocking for his AD carry.
Yeah, good angle on that flash there. Hope hugging the wall so, you know, nothing can bend around there.
But he also lives, he does Satchel, true. True. That Satchel is so bad. He killed himself with his own Satchel. He was trying to knock Leona away, but yeah, still.
Hope trading with Master down towards the bottom side. The Satchel charge is going to knock him back. PCO looking for Hook. The barrier onto a Stand United.
Oh.
He's down, and the Shen can't join yet. Inspired.
Oh, Shen all goes down.
Kill off Tarzan, and now can chase onto Hope. He's done with the Shield of Daybreak. Hope
Ooh.
flashes. Inspired stepping back, wants a little bit more of the action, but can't find the Sonic Wave. And in the end, it's a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of FlyQuest.
Whoa, the scrapping continues. They just force it on the bottom side. Even after, you know, Busio goes for the flash play and Hope is able to hug the wall, stay safe. They just continue to force to really create something there. The extra kill going over, I mean, Inspired doing work over on the Poppy on the opposite side and getting that flash down plus getting to his level 6 here. Inspired has always been so critical for this FlyQuest team, and he sits around in the brush. The Scryer's bloom that got popped over did see, and so Inspired brush camp pays off.
Wow.
On the top side, getting big chunks of damage onto Tarzan, who still wanted to come in because the other side of the fight.
Dude, yeah, Shen ulti could have been so bad. Dude, Inspired outplayed the fuck out of Tarzan.
In addition to the flash, it's still so close there. As he barely
Dude, I think Inspired is actually really good, dude. Like, he's like the next Western jungler that can be good as the Eastern junglers.
Meanwhile, rest of the map.
That's why I'm sad that he left EU, dude. Imagine he was still in EU. Like, imagine if he was on fucking G2, dude.
For FlyQuest, and Masu has been forced just into a little bit more of a defensive position in the spot lane. Has the Lost Chapter now, though, so he can just push out the wave whenever he wants to. Wonder if we'll see Hope move up towards the mid lane and put Shanks
Gundam style.
bottom side. Does have
What the fuck is that?
FlyQuest playing around the mid lane vision with the grubs once again.
Tarzan is really bad at it. At Poppy? Maybe. I think Tarzan's a really good jungler.
For FlyQuest to stop the push from coming out.
Yeah, it's going to try and get something for themselves during that time, so with the move over in,
Don't think they could be any good? No, then get rid of Hansama. I can think of like a bunch of 80 carries, you know, on the level of Hansama. How many junglers can you think of on the same level as Inspired? Exactly.
Starting off to another good game, because last game on the Azir,
1,200 damage a minute. That is absurd. Obviously,
what the fuck?
5 team fights later on the Azir, but Shanks having.
Tarzan has 0 presence today? What? No, dude. Tarzan's good. It's just this game. I mean, that moment.
4 minutes earlier than we saw one taken in game 3. It's a Chemdrake next as well, which means we won't get that soul. Bripper going in, pots the Spirit's Refuge. As Flandre tries to trade back, but difficult to
Tarzan is good.
And the enemy is stopping you from getting any damage down with your autos.
Yeah, his Wukong was pretty good, no?
In the side lane for the Ambessa. We'll see if they can actually make one of those big Stand United plays with it coming back off cooldown in a few seconds here.
I don't even think his Xin Zhao was bad either.
The summoner spells have come back off of cooldown for those carries on the bottom side of the map, so a lot more safety, a lot more mobility there. And it is just going to be the Scuttle Crab for now.
Like, I think Poppy here is a really good pick. If Tarzan's bad, then he won't carry, but I think he's going to carry this game.
That does have the TP back up. Hope continues just to catch the waves in bot, and feels like both teams willing just to ping pong these waves back and forth for now. Nothing really to
Ping
play
pong.
over or play around on the map. You know,
Bing bang bang bing bang bong bing bong
4
bong
minutes on a Drake.
bong.
Just get towards those first items as quickly as you can.
You're the best, I'm the best, oh
For the
yeah.
teleport for Bwipo. It feels so much better once you have your teleport cooldown ready to go for a Stand United play, so you know you can actually get back and not give up too much.
The good thing for FlyQuest is if Bwipo did go for a Stand United play, Masu
Oh yeah, Ziggs is kind of
so
turbo fucked.
basically, right? Bwipo Stand United's bot lane, Masu then TP's up to top, or Masu catches mid, and Quad goes up towards the top side, right? Who has just finished his Rod of Ages. Luden's now as well for Masu, so first items starting to be completed. Shanks has gone double haunting, guys, which mask build is one we have seen around. Doesn't always go as effectively as you'd like it to, but does give you big damage amp in those early fights.
Yeah, it gains so much. Where I hate it with Quad, though.
Quad, Kyle flashes forward, the stun into the wall. Quad just walk back into the bush. The knockup from Inspire coming out as well as he looks for the chase onto Tarzan. Kyle goes back in, the Mega Inferno going to do a lot of work. Inspire though dies even after flashing. Shanks with a double. The chase continues onto Busio as Hope looks for it.
Lord, let's go. Whoa, triple kill for Shanks.
And AL win out the
Oh man, we
my bad. I was like trying to look up
triple kill under his belt. The
haunting guys. Like, why does he have two haunting guys?
And I was just gonna say, yeah, the double mass build got so much popularity when they buffed up the Bloodletter's curse. But
no, I know I was muted.
Because there was no minion wave.
Wild Rift skins? No. No, I was trying to mute myself so I don't cough into the mic.
With Inspired and Busio rotating here first, but AL were there first.
But like, yeah, during the team fight, I was like, oh my god.
Then still, a lot of big AoE comes through from the Ziggs, but the flash away from Inspire does not let him live. They had vision there for AL.
Wow.
Over the side.
Shanks, my guy.
They get their kill and they get their chase down, and all three going into Shanks's pockets. He wants to make that Aurora 6-0 on the year.
Just buy more masks, man. Obviously working out for you so far. 1,000 gold lead now for him. Flandre as well. Yeah, he gave gold for himself. The Stand United was used in that play. Didn't quite see who it was on from Bwipo, but unable to save their lives. As Shanks now...
Top is the best hype man? Oh yeah, dude. Dude, I think Top is such a great coach.
13-minute mark.
Oh, dude, when he ran to the wrong side, that was so funny, dude. That was so funny, dude.
On your side lane and then threaten these flanks so effectively. So have to keep up, you know, vision here to see about any of those rotations over, and we'll see.
Running on too early.
Put a stop to that.
The ref pushing him off the stage, and then he runs onto the wrong side.
See a bit of his health, but should be fine.
Dude, it's so funny because you can see the player cams, you see some guy just run behind him, jumping up and down, then run back, and this player's like, what the fuck?
Tarzan, Sundered Sky, Eclipse complete for Flandre, Essence Reaver complete for Hope as well, who, although...
Oh, I want Tava to succeed, dude.
...the focus in the same way that Shanks is still in a really strong position by 800 gold.
Dude, yeah, dude, you just got fisted, and you're like, oh my god, and some guy's like, going, yay, behind you. You're just like, what the shit?
If Hope is untouched, you still die, even if you kill Shanks.
Yep, has his cleanse as well in the game, so has the extra confidence to play aggressively. Let's see about that pincer move from the team. The Dark Seal at 6 stacks, also huge value there for Shanks, so the power for this dragon.
At least this game is a lot more action, dude. The last few games were like, holy fuck, nothing happening. Then one fight, deciding the whole game.
Key focus. Fast automation spotted, Inspired, and Busio in this bush. Tarzan coming in from the wings as well. Has the keeper's verdict. Talk to
Busio.
Objective play. Busio with a good hook, but the solar player's gonna land a double stun.
Oh.
Well. Busio already down to the culling. Masu now
Oh, dude, Moss is so weak, dude. Tarzan. Okay. Can they even go in? Oh my god, he doesn't even get in. Okay.
And we said you got to watch Shanks in these fights. He wasn't even involved for AL.
Yeah, it was the 3-person move from mid lane. They just go straight into the river. They force it through onto Busio and blow up the Nautilus. Leona ultimate used, pop him down, and now just teleport right back out to the top side. They clean up that extra wave because Bwipo, after his Stand United target just died, decided, you know what, I'm not coming. Even though Flandre is going to join with.
Yeah, the Shen ult, he should probably be ulting a little bit sooner, no? I feel like he's trying to get the maximum value of the shield, but Drake Stack is slow. Yeah, Drake Stack has been very slow. Last game was 30-minute Dragon Soul, and it was only one team taking all 4 Drakes.
Really effective, and then able to lock him up with the stun, even though Inspired went for the kickback. Only getting Kyle over the edge. The burst damage is there for AL, and then Tarzan on the inside route. Even with that through, they just kill off the target through the extra shield. Quad comes over and they try and salvage something, but since Flandre then had Bwipo pushed under tower, he goes for the teleport.
Yeah. Yeah, one Drake at 60 minutes is really slow. Oh, Inspired.
Inspired trying to dash away, kicks back Kyle.
Wow.
Can't take the taxi to safety. Busio now being chased out by Tarzan and Shanks.
It's so over, dude. Oh, what the fuck? Okay.
Looking at the damage on the Shank, keeper's verdict. Knocks Bwipo back.
Oh! He just jumped. Okay, he went in, but oh! Tarzan, dude, I'm telling you, Tarzan's so good.
Skirmishes in the river here for AL just have been outstanding. They crush another one. Bwipo's this
Okay, they just gave. They gave him Scuttlecraft for some reason.
We'll be able to take the first tower of the game up towards this top side. We'll get the feat of strength over to
Yeah, it's 17 minutes and we're only on second dragon, dude. Yeah, Shanks is a mega fed.
Just taking a greedy path, let's be honest.
Yeah, these fights here through the jungle. Tarzan was lying in
Oh, look at that W by fucking Tarzan, man.
Towards the wall, they get the burst damage, and then with Shanks there, they've got plenty to finish it off. They finish up that extra kill, chase down Busio.
Dude, this is so like disgusting, man. Look at Tarzan, just like ults Bwipo away, and then look at that flash E stun, dude.
From the area, and then go for the flash play onto the corner.
Oh, look at Flandre, he's laughing his ass off, dude. Okay, what's going on here?
TP coming out as well. Is Quad joining the battle? Flandre forced back underneath this tower. Flash kick
Oh, okay.
Perfectly coordinated.
Inspired.
To find a shutdown.
Nice play there. Inspired goes and finds it. They get the combo, as you say, kind of hands over the shutdown kill. Trying to breed some hope there for FlyQuest and trying to turn it into an objective afterwards as well. They should be able to do so.
Will be the second dragon of the game for FlyQuest. Is exchanged for a Rift Herald from Tarzan. The goal between Shanks and Quad is down below a K, only 600. But
No, Inspired is good, but
true beneficiary of the last
I don't know. I don't think Lisa makes sense in this team comp.
He has over Masu. The Flicker Blades and the Essence Reaver complete as the hook goes in from Busio. Looking for Kyle. Zenith Blade wide. Inspired dashes back with the Safeguard Solar Flare.
Okay.
Stun onto Masu, but he was able to satchel charge away.
Oh, he didn't get the W interrupt. Bwipo flashes in. Kale. Oh. Elyoya is good too. Yeah, but I feel like Inspired is better than Elyoya. But I do think Elyoya is pretty good.
Shanks doesn't have a huge amount of mana, so doesn't want to continue this trading anymore.
FlyQuest here continuing to try and fight back and chop down a bit on that gold lead. Are able to get one for themselves, you know, put a stop to this duo. Kyle and Tarzan that have just been menaces in here through the river, playing so well together as the jungle and support, and FlyQuest now biting back.
You look at the synergy between Tarzan and Kyle as well. 1-2-8, 1-3-8. They kill together, they die together, they get assists together. Overall, great synergy.
FlyQuest chants erupt through the crowd, trying to rally here as they start to chop down.
Dude, so difficult, man. I really think they fucked up their draft. Like the thing is with like, you know, Western teams, like you can't like fuck up draft like that. I feel like because you're already like behind. But I mean, it is Fearless, dude. I don't know. Fearless game 4-5, I feel like it's always so difficult to draft.
Shanks now finishes Bloodletter's curse on this Aurora as well.
Yep. That's that double mass build in full effect. Pretty big spike. Looks like he refunded it a little bit there.
Please get fucking Serpent's Fang.
It went for a Fiendish Codex instead, okay. Maybe feeling he doesn't need the Bloodletter's curse yet.
Yeah, with the Shen ult as well. That's true. Serpent's Fang would actually be pretty good.
And again, still has so many stacks because of the Dark Seal here, so much AP.
I just feel like you could have brought a very easy basic 80k and been fine. Yeah, I think this Ziggs pick is kind of ass. Like Sivir would have been cool. I forget what else is open.
As is Masu, as they path towards top.
And Blippo with the slight experience lead there, though no Stand United available, so it would have to be teleports if they wanted to answer. And for that, you have to get really far out of range.
Kai'Sa's open, right? Kai'Sa would have been probably good.
So they would have to back off, and that's why he's walking down the river right now. FlyQuest looking for something.
Quad has 10 stacks on the Rod of Ages and the Leandries. The hook's gonna
Okay, they're going in on Kale.
Kaio knocked back as well. TP coming in from Shanks, looking for that flank that we talked about.
Oh.
Whippo, the first target.
Whippo? Oh my god, that damage. Oh, Shanks is dancing on them.
Anyone's legends. 2 more kills.
Dude,
over to the LPL
this Poppy pick was turbo. I don't know about Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw, I feel like, is not really good unless you have like Lulu.
I don't think AL really needs to send anyone else over there to secure it.
Yeah, FlyQuest were trying to find their pick there, but AL, the counter was made possible by Flandre's.
Yeah, it's over. It's basically just GG. I agree with the other two.
When the teleport arrived, and now down to that bottom side of the map that you're talking about, they should be able to finish it off in time before FlyQuest can actually make their way through, but they go for the pick.
Oh, Shanks is getting caught out. Yeah, but they should be fine, right? Okay, never mind. Here comes the Shen. Ooh, Masu landing at his fucking bombs and shit. Oh my god. Oh, they're so fucked. Dude, how the fuck did they lose that? Oh. Dude, I honestly have no idea how they lost that. What the fuck? Like, look at this, dude. I was like, okay, they're gonna kill Shanks. He missed their shit. Quad ult's a little bit too early. Like, look at that bomb damage. Oh.
Not quite able to finish off their kill onto Kyle. Then Masu.
Oh, dude, the W from fucking. Oh my god, interrupted the Shen taunt too. Dude, Tarzan. Holy fuck. And Hope living? Holy shit.
So AL remain with 3 members after the fight. FlyQuest were kind of sending that one to try.
That's crazy, dude. Oh, dude, that Poppy value is crazy.
But AL with another counter.
And we were talking about it earlier. It's like, yes, you can kill Shanks, but if Hope's still alive, you're just dead. Importantly for FlyQuest, though, Masu picked up 2 big kills in that fight, including a shutdown onto Shanks. So he will be accelerating in terms of where he was gold-wise. Vision cleared out here by FlyQuest around this Drake. Would be sole point for them. Inspired goes in. Tarzan very deep, but Shanks comes between worlds.
Okay.
Charge going out. Quad with the chase. Inspired jumps across the wall as well, but they can't land anything onto this Aurora. Inspired's going to have to try.
Oh my god, Aurora.
There's not much follow-up. Quad jumping away towards the top side, but Bucio's already down, and AL have massive health bars to work with. Quad underneath the tower should be able to survive.
This is doomed.
Just be the dragon over to anyone's legend. Masu still getting chased down.
Yeah, this Ziggs pick.
And Masu is culled. AL get 3 out of the exchange, and they might not even turn their eyes towards the Drake. It looks like
I don't even know if Masu's a good Ziggs player, dude.
The #1 seed from the LPL.
Senna would have been good, but Senna was already picked. So, yeah. Because it's fearless, right? So Senna's gone.
The power of the Otacon exploding.
Is CFL the earlier game? No, it's the later one. So we have to watch MCoy versus BLG first, and then we get to watch CFO beat T1 after.
Champions we were talking about. Now they can begin to really control the map.
Yeah, it's such an explosion, and you understand why FlyQuest forced the way they did. Like, it makes perfect sense. They were falling behind in the game.
CFO tomorrow, dude. I can't wait. I'm going to be so excited.
But because AL then win out on those exchanges, it's gold leads across the board. It's blue, 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 blue down towards the bottom side. 3,000 gold lead for Hope. And even Flandre, who was struggling early into Whippo, is now 2K ahead.
Yep, now the leads all on the sides of AL. Huge, huge advantage in the setup.
What the fuck, Noctis? You're getting banned. Dude, you are a VIP in my chat. Very
ever so quickly.
interesting
So,
person.
so careful
Therefore, you're
trying to
supposed to
keep up
agree
vision.
with what I
Looking
say,
for
okay?
one of the miracle setups now, trying
You
to
know
find
what,
some sort of
Noctis,
solution
you're a
to
fucking
this-
dog
in
shit. I
this
can't
game.
believe it.
That's kind of your only
I hope
hope
you've
at the
never
moment.
pulled
So
anything
we're
good
a
from
little
your ancient
trailing at the
shards.
moment, as you see the Ari was going behind Whippo, but
So there we go.
as
Fucking
it
hell,
just backs off,
finally.
they have to call off on that one.
AL investing their resources on gaining control of this top side. You can see Tarzan over by the red buff right now. They have
If it was
vision over
good,
the top.
yes. You Bernie, yes. There we go. Finally, we're getting some CFO fandom. You're promoted. Yo, Robbie with the tier 1 sub. Holy shit, 47 months. Damn, dude. Has it been 4 years? Been over that, dude.
Hope dashes away. The tower falls.
Teleport comes in. Here's the flank from Aurora.
It's Shanks on the flank.
Okay, Shanks. Shanks in the back line? Oh my god, Inspire's really trying to kill that Hope, dude. I mean, yeah, 1,090 gold gain. Ooh. Exhaust used on Poppy. I mean, yeah, it's Doombright.
Should be able to kill off Whippo as the Ambessa wins out against the
Oh.
as well. And yes, you killed Hope, but it still reigns eternal for
I won't ban everyone shits on VLG. Dude, I can't have any of you guys as mods, dude. Oh man. I think Knight's overrated. Kabanned.
To push and end the game.
Yeah, the take will be a little bit slower than AL would like. Hope being dead means their DPS isn't quite as
2012?
as it could be, but with 2.5 minutes on the next Drake, AL.
What?
You can
No.
wait for 4 seconds here.
It would have to be like.
Yeah.
Yep, they're gonna do it. Wait for
When
Hope
would
to
it be? 2015? 2016?
Overlay 2 seconds late there as Hope was alive, I believe, when that Baron was taken. So let's have another look at this fight, because you can see what FlyQuest are trying to do. As soon as TP comes in, it's like, okay, turn.
Yeah, exactly. FlyQuest trying to get the objective
Oh,
balance.
then it could have been.
It was just a snapshot here from AL.
You might be right, actually.
In very quickly. Shanks was the first one to teleport in. He just deleted Masu. Down the other side, FlyQuest were trying to get something back for themselves. But as soon as
Yeah.
teleport, they
That's his name? I forgot, dude.
yeah, he's like, oh man.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Deletes me immediately.
I'm just dead in that sort of situation. At the moment, FlyQuest don't really have anyone playing on the mid lane wave. Quad is now spotted on this vision. Hope was on the
Okay.
tower. Kyle keeping his
Yeah, they're trying so hard to like do something.
Spirit Rush. Whippo looking to engage as well. Tarzan can't quite land
Wow.
Then it's played into solar flare, but the satchel out means that Shanks.
Oh my god, they might throw this?
Jumping in as well. Shanks able to dash away. Quad having to flash himself. Busio forced low down towards the bottom side. Tarzan looking for the chase. Will land the stun into the wall. The follow-up not coming out from the rest of AL. They will knock down this inhibitor tower though, as FlyQuest continue to defend.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, to be able to get a kill for FlyQuest is probably.
Oh, they're not gonna take out the inhib?
So at least they do get one back, but with the Baron buff, with the giant gold lead, it's still going to be AL taking your jungle resources as well.
There's no Serpent's Fang.
It's not a very like impactful dragon, but still should be able to immediately reset and go.
We got reduced healing though. That's nice.
Even though they have this 9,000 gold deficit they need to try and cut down from, that's got to be the angle here. If you can get some sort of vision advantage here, they're looking to try and pick somebody off.
I mean, a good inspired flank, like flash kick, works really well. You've got the charm follow-up, you've got Busio's hook for follow-up. You can just assassinate one person.
Problem is, Kyle is back up and he has rejoined the team. So AL stand 5 strong.
Quad looking for that flank public
Oh,
execution. The charm lands on the
Quad.
Shanks. Delays enough, it
Wow,
feels
dude,
here.
Flonk is so mobile. Dude, this best champion is so crazy.
There's the Stand United. I was going to say they've left Quad out to dry, but the Stand United.
Oh my god, why did they even use Stand United? They should let Quad die. Oh, now they're all gonna die. Okay, inspired. Ooh, nice catch out to Hope.
Reignited for FlyQuest as Kyle is low as well. Plunger with a good
Okay. Oh, Poppy W.
Kill off inspired with the help of Shanks. And for a moment it looked bright for FlyQuest, but
Wait, okay, Zig's dead too.
4 members strong. Only
And they're gonna have a tough time of it.
Yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow's matches are gonna be more interesting.
These towers, straight through these inhibitors with the Baron buff. The onslaught continues.
Baron just expiring here. Maybe enough for FlyQuest to hold on to the game. That was a Baron up cannon minion. I think it may have spelt the demise of FlyQuest's hopes in this series. But for now, they'll hold on. Still 12,000 gold in the hole. The Dragon's still available for AL. At first, they'll take away everything they can from this FlyQuest jungle.
And if we look back at this series, AL have done a
This is
lot
a
of
slow
different
game,
things.
though.
In the second game, they utilized, split pushing really well. Flandre just basically solo bolos. And then in the second game, all about their 5-on-5 team fight. Shanks farming up, carrying with the Azir. And now in this game, the skirmishes.
Are they gonna have to wait for Baron buff?
With a lot of early movements from Kyle.
Dude, it's 31 minutes, and this is the 4th dragon.
Nice versatility shown.
It's so slow, dude. It's crazy.
#1 seed in this series. FlyQuest as well, fighting very valiantly, trying to craft their style. Game #1, very, very good for them.
I think game #1 and game #3 are the two games from FlyQuest that inspired me the most. I think game #3, maybe we underestimated their draft and the damage output from it, but I really felt like they were in a big hole in that game and they were able to fight back and get really close. It's like a couple of milliseconds between them winning those fights and them losing those fights. They have tenacity, and that is always inspiring to see.
I gotta go do the laundry.
And die versus the LCK and the LPL. For now, that tenacity needs to find roots somewhere for FlyQuest as they are very much on the ropes. AL going to push through this top side. Mid inhib and bot inhib still 3 minutes away from respawning for FlyQuest.
Here it is. It's going to have to be the FlyQuest miracle. And they dig deep. Down so far in gold.
Dude, that already felt like it did 0 damage. What the fuck?
Quad looking to see perhaps if he can catch out Flandre, but everyone on AL so tanky now that FlyQuest don't really have an easy avenue to approach. Quad execution goes in.
Ooh! Tarzan! Oh my god. That, yeah, the Poppy pick was turbo. Fuck, dude. Tarzan's so good.
A matchup with Genji awaits, and FlyQuest will have to settle for G2.
Oh, dude, AL versus Genji? Oh.
In style. Nice snowball from them.
Oh, dude, the matches are gonna be so good tomorrow, dude. I can't wait.
It starts it out, they can just steamroll over.
That was great, just decisive stuff. It looked a little bit too deep at the start, but then Inspired and Whippo just went pop. Great performance all round from
dude.
everyone's legend. Credit to them, their first international best of 5 as an organization. And
so what, tomorrow, it's probably gonna be like, what, T1 wins game 1, and then CFO wins the next 3 games? Is that the script? MKOI wins game 1, then BLG wins the next 3. T1 wins game 1, then CFO wins the next 3. Dude, we're just copying the script for every series.
Matchups later on. You mentioned LCK #1 versus LPL #1. EU versus NA. We've got a lot of fun in store for us.
That we have. For FlyQuest though, obviously disappointing on the day, especially after that game 1. It looked like they really had a good handle on things, a good handle on how they wanted to draft as well.
Yo, right here, guys. So yeah, we're the second match of the day. 12 p.m. PDT and then 5 p.m.
Slightly biased scheduling.
Draft for winners? Hell yeah, dude.
Wednesday, when it's EU versus NA. Before that, obviously, we have the 2 series happening tomorrow as well, which I'm very much looking forward to. But
ooh, we're gonna have E versus NA though. That's nice.
Break down a little bit more anyone's legend favored than an NA fan would want.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm down. Yo, I'm so ready, dude. I'm so happy for tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm gonna try to get over this cold. Hopefully by tomorrow, my throat works a lot better. I don't cough up all the time. But we'll see. I'm gonna go get some rest, do some laundry, and yeah, we'll be back early tomorrow. So it's 5 hours earlier than usual.
team.
So
It's like, well,
don't forget.
yes, we can kill Hope.
Don't
but
be
then
late.
Shanks destroys us.
Okay.
If we kill Shanks, then Flandre
All right,
destroys
guys.
us,
Peace,
and
peace.
then
Take care. Have a good day.
was just a really good pick.
I'll see you all tomorrow.
So much
All right.
power in those team fights.
Yeah, certainly did.